I still say AZ is going to jump in there.
You think AZ this morning?
That's what my thought is.
Oh, okay.
I still say AZ is going to jump in there.
I don't know. Wayne B's been in there pretty quick lately, so. Okay. I don't know if I told you or not.
Hey, we're both wrong.
Good morning, Dominique and Corey Mano. Good morning. That I don't know if I told you or not, Paul. That guy that set that building on fire.
Yeah.
They know who it is. I think they're still looking for him. Ah, come on, there's Wayne B now. Corey says, my phone froze up. Otherwise, I would have got it. Good morning. Wayne B and Mike Reddick. Hey, there he is. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning. Good Friday morning to everybody. Dominic says he's been trying to get on first for quite a while.
Well, guess what? You finally got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul's got to go fly later this morning, Corey.
Yeah. I got to go fly this thing. Yeah, I got a real estate job out in the country this morning. It's kind of overcast. We had a storm go through about 4 o'clock, but that's fine.
Good morning, Russell. Russell said he's 15th today. Doesn't make any difference what.
When closer there, Russell. I think you said yesterday you were 25th.
We're just happy to have you here, Russell.
Yep, you bet. Oh, now, of course, yeah, the stream starts and you want to go outside, right? You have to go outside? Well, come on, let's go. Oh, no, she just wants up. That's all. Come on. There you go. Okay.
That's your girl, Gracie.
Yeah, she just wants attention, I guess.
Hey, Mia, come get your meals.
Okay there, Dominic. What? Somebody sounds like you want what? You want to go outside? Is that what you want? Oh no, oh yeah. Vader there is kind of wanting to crying a bit, but
yeah, you can't ever forget Vader. He's in the shadow.
no, he's Vader. He's his tail waggling because I'm looking at him.
Yeah, old Vader. Yeah, it's looks like it's going to be maybe not too bad a day today. A little bit cloudy off to the east, but the sun is starting to pop through a little bit, just a little.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at UAV forecast. If it changed any. No? Well, it called for a little higher winds, but still, it's only 7 miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect flying weather for you.
Oh yeah, and 10 miles visibility, 4% chance of rain, 75% clouds. Right at 11 o'clock. But it's going to be around 80% at 1 o'clock. But then down 5 or 6 o'clock tonight, it's only going to be 21% clouds. So it's going to look like it's going to clear up. 72 right now, feels like 82 right now. It's still warm, right?
Humidity is so high.
And it's supposed to be mainly sunny tomorrow, Paul. Calling for rain Sunday, Monday now. I think what I'm going to do tomorrow morning, come on, Gracie, keep up with me. Going to load up some stuff that I want to get rid of because I'm going to burn it. But I'm going to take it down to the trailer. I got to go down and maybe in the morning I'll cut grass. And because I got a party to go to tomorrow afternoon. So
the first busload of illegal immigrants has arrived in New York City. And they're showing it on the news as they're getting off the bus.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That'll make the old mayor cry some more. Mike says Insta 361 RS Twin Edition. I'm thinking about getting a 360 camera. I thought we already had one. Isn't that the one you had on Albert and went missing?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know if he ever found that or not, Mike.
Yeah, he did find it.
I remember the search was on for a while.
Yeah, no, they did find it. Hey, good morning, Marshall. Marshall's here bright and early this morning. What, 5 o'clock there in good old Arizona? Boy, you got to learn how to sleep in. Oh, I was over with my friends last night. I don't know if it's still here or not. If I can find it. What was it under? Under Google? Yeah. I don't know if I can find it or not. Okay, that was there. That was there. Maybe because I read it. It won't be there. I think it was a fake ad, a fake thing, but it said the DJI come out with a 3-bladed or a 3-prop drone. I was reading the article, it's quite a large article.
Well, are they using just 3-bladed props on a quadcopter, or is it just?
Oh no, it's only got 3 blades. It's triangular. Instead of having 4 motors, it's only got 3 motors. Forget what the heck the name of it was, but it said it was DJI. Maybe because I read it, it just disappeared. I forget the name of that damn thing, but it was only 3 motors.
Here's Dominic.
Up here comes Dominic. Yeah.
Good morning, Dominic.
Good morning, all.
I can do a thing here, a search. But it said it was going to have the camera equivalent of the Phantom 4.
Personally, I know that they probably know what they're doing, but I can't imagine the stability of a 3-bladed copter being that same as a quadcopter.
It's funny. I do a search on it, can't find it. I think it was just fake. But it had quite an article reading on it.
I know there are some what they call tricopters out there, just like, the dual.
Yeah. But there's like a diamond shaped, or not diamond shaped, but like a triangle. Had a motor on the point. Yeah.
Well, everybody, welcome Friday morning,
Yep. Well, Friday night here.
Friday night there, yeah.
Yep.
What time is it? About 10 p.m. there?
Yep. 8 minutes past.
Yeah. Marshall says 5:06.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you do anything exciting today, Dominique, or what?
Ah, Fridays are always exciting.
Yeah.
Yep. Fridays is I watch a few live streams during the day.
Yeah.
So I watch a couple of hours of that and then meet up with a couple of friends late in the afternoon.
There you go.
And it was a wet, old, gloomy day, sadly.
Now, Matt's going to be on in the morning for you, right?
Yeah, 10 a.m. my time.
Is he still going to go? He skipped last week.
Yeah, but if not, I'll get on with Justin then for a while.
Good. Yeah. Good morning, Ron. He said, "Good morning, boys. Hope everyone's having a great day."
Yeah.
Oliver is here this morning. I'll show you him in a minute. He's getting.
Oliver has come home.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Because they've caught 56 terrorists, so people are on the terrorist watch list at the border. Those are just the ones they have caught. That's just this October.
Oh, Oliver's getting huge, he says.
Yeah. Well, probably a big rack on him, eh? Yeah.
Yes, many of us are talking about that. And that's why Senator Cornyn was grilling the FBI director yesterday in the Capitol Hill office.
Oh, here's the gas man.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Oh, man. Another long driving day.
You sound tired, Justin. You ready for another for the weekend off?
Oh, yeah. I was tired last night, man.
And Tim Jackson's here.
Wow, he's still alive after his birthday.
Hey, Tim.
How you doing, guys? What's up, bitches?
Tim's counting down to the next birthday.
Oh my God, man. I made it to 51, but God darn. I gotta recuperate.
52 's a long ways away yet.
You ain't
I
kidding.
don't know. Time seems to fly.
Yeah, it seems that way.
After 50, Paul. After 50,
Yeah.
Paul, it just goes
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Oh
Uh,
well.
you wake up Monday morning and suddenly it's Friday afternoon.
Man, it was Friday last week, and it was a blinder all week. Blinder.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got drunk every night. And I hated it in the morning. So I used during the week, like Monday, I woke up, felt like crap, cracked the beer. What the hell? I'm on vacation. But now, yeah, I got to recuperate for Monday.
Hmm.
Hey, what's up, dog?
Night Train says it's the Rowdy Bunch.
Hey, you want to see my intro, Paul? You want to see my intro?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'll show you my intro when I start up Rowdy Bunch again. Hold on.
Is this
There you
from
go.
Justin? He finally did it or what?
He did it, and I like it, and I fucking like it. Sorry for cussing, but you might. I don't think you'll get a copyright strike for this.
Yeah, you
never-
will.
You will? Shit.
Yeah, I told you that because it's a mainstream song. But you don't have to play the. You don't have to play the music.
Okay, I'll mute it. All right. But you'll like
Get a
the song.
You'll get a
Song I like.
copyright claim every time you use it, but it's not. gonna
Oh,
be
I don't care if I do, but anyway, this is what it's gonna be, Paul. I'm not gonna play the sound for you.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my new logo for Rowdy Bunch.
Drink beer. Open panel.
Pretty cool, hey?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
It just counts down to,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
Very nice.
Very
You did a
nice.
good
Yeah.
job.
Good job,
Very good.
Justin.
You did a damn good job. I'll send that to you. Hold on. Forward. I'll send it to Paul Murray. You can hear the song because I think the song. Just make sure you mute your mic when you play it. Yeah.
Paul's not
I'll
gonna like
send
that
it.
kind of music.
I'll send it. Oh, he might. I'll send it to you too, Hodges. But don't play the song. Mute your mic when you play the song.
Yep.
You got it?
Yep.
Just mute your mic when you see it. I think it matches my style,
Your persona.
my persona. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good once I start it up. I got to figure out. Well, Justin and I were talking. I got to share it, like right before when I start the live. I got to share it.
Headbanging music, eh?
That's right, man. Limp Bizkit. What's up, Ron?
Hey,
What's up,
Ron.
brother?
Hey, Ron.
Ron,
You
Ron.
like it? You like it, Hodges? I think that matches me, don't it?
Yep. Yep.
We got a party going on here today.
You got a what?
Oh, you at Sturgis?
Well, the
Wow.
field's full of deer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy crap! Get your 233.
My special guest, though.
Oh wow!
Hey, buddy.
That's
Boy,
all.
he is getting big.
Wait till you see
Holy
it.
crap!
I'll get him to come up to the
Ron.
board.
How many
Ron,
points?
You can put that. Ron, you can put that right next to Elvis.
I know.
How many points, Ron?
He's going to be a 10-point.
You gonna be 10? Oh,
That's crazy.
Here he comes.
Beautiful.
Buddy.
Oh my God! Really? He's going to come up and step.
Oh yeah, they got a relationship going. See you, Lodge.
Look at
Watch
it. Look
it,
at it.
guys. I'll feed him right out of my hand now.
Oh my God. Fuck off. Really? Oh,
Yeah.
you're kidding me. God, fuck off.
Look at that. Right out of the hand now. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Hey,
Yeah,
Ron, you got your 45 on you?
It's in the house.
It's in the house, yeah.
Rod would never shoot him.
No, they're too beautiful. Oh my God. Oh, fuck off. Really?
Yeah.
See if he lets you lets you pet him.
I scratch his nose. I don't want to try and spook him. He's getting too big.
Yeah.
Look at that stick
Wow.
there in this.
Do you have a full view of him?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We're about the eyeballs down.
Oh, the head. Yeah, I can't see the head, but that's beautiful.
Oh, now
Oh,
we
yeah.
can see him.
There you go. Still got a lot of velvet on. Yeah.
Yeah, Ron doesn't need to be catching an antler to the eye.
Yeah, you don't want the. Oh my God, that's beautiful. You need to get a picture of that for me there, Ron. You don't need to, but I'm just saying. That's beautiful. He said, I want more, Dad. I want more.
You need to get a hat with antlers so that you can feel like you're part of the herd there, Ron.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Look how he looks at you, too.
10 pointer. Wow.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Look how he looks at you, too. It's
know.
like, yeah, he's comfortable with
And
you.
he's comfortable with Ron. He sniffs him and
Oh, come on, really? Wow.
Nitrate says, he's like, give me that bowl.
Yeah. He's gonna bite the bowl. He's gonna take it.
I don't think he likes to.
Eventually, Ron, they might get comfortable enough with Ron where he could walk around. They not get spooked and stuff.
They lay right down at his porch, man. They lay down.
Yep. I'll feed him out of my hand one more time.
But I'm saying, like, eventually it might get to the point where Ron can stand up and walk around and they wouldn't do anything.
Did you see
Oh
that?
my
He,
God, look at that. Look at that.
he was going like this, trying to look and see what was in his hand before.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Look at him. Well,
Give
I
me
want
some
some
more.
more.
Give me some more.
Man. Can you
Now,
actually
will
pet
he
him, Ron?
go over and drink out of your water over there?
Oh, yeah, I got to fill it up. They drank half of it last night.
Can you actually pet him, Ron?
I'm slowly working on that.
Okay.
Everything's got to be in real slow moderation.
Yeah.
It's all
I
about
bet.
that trust factor. Oh,
Yeah.
buddy. You and I
Oh
are
my
buddies.
God, man.
He's heading back for the water now.
Yeah.
You
he'll-
can't get this nowhere. You can't get this nowhere. That's
Well,
wild.
This is the Ron Lockwood Wild Kingdom.
Yeah, no kidding.
Be right back. That is wild, man. That's beautiful.
But then you got the main container in the house.
Yeah. I got to go to the store as soon as I get back and go get some more. I've got about 2 bowls left.
Oh, walking away now. You don't have any more for me.
No, he's looking for more on the ground.
Yeah.
Isn't he getting big though?
Yes,
Oh.
he is. And that was just in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him for a while. But the reason I know it's him is I recognize his eye guards.
Yeah.
They're how they were grown kind of crooked, and that's how I know it's him.
Well, and the other thing is you can tell he recognizes you
Oh yeah,
because I'm sure he doesn't just walk up to anybody like that.
he don't.
Man.
Does he like beer?
I don't know.
He likes donuts.
He does
Yeah.
like donut. I'm fresh out of them. I fed him. I had 3 donuts out there last night. They're all gone.
That's wild, man. Thank you,
I figured
Ron.
I'd come on with
for
you.
that.
I've only got about five minutes. Let me go grab my coffee.
Yeah, but thanks, Ron. That was awesome.
Okay, you guys ready for this? The new drone?
Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Really?
The hell is that?
3 motors. It's called the DJI High Top.
Interesting.
Is that a real thing?
I don't know.
Who knows?
But I haven't been able to confirm it. But nobody's been leaking anything on it. But they say the camera on it is basically from the Phantom 4. So I don't know.
Come on, really?
It actually is the camera module found on the Phantom 4, the company's flagship drone. This Century Democrat great photography makes it more accessible to the masses. 1-inch sensor on the head top is more capable of recording high quality 4K footage at high frame rate than HDR.
You see it said 24 millimeter on that? You see that?
Yeah.
24, 2.4. Oh, for
Yeah,
heaven's sake.
the color scheme, I bet you they're gonna send a lot of those over there to the war.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like the camouflage. That
Got
looks
the
good.
camo one down, Paul.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Keep going down,
Further down to the
Yeah.
bottom of the page.
right there.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
There's the
Yeah.
camo one.
I'd be into one of those. I tell you.
There's a black one here too. You can't even see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Black triangle.
And that's DJI.
Alien
Wow.
technology.
I almost think it's a fake ad, but there's been no leak. You know?
Was that an
That's an
email? Paul?
exclusive.
Huh?
Was that an email?
No, it's on Facebook. Eh? But-
Okay.
Who
But-
posted it, Paul?
Could be.
I'll show you right here. It's called Yanko Design.
Oh, so they're designing it and probably trying to sell this to DJI.
It could be, but I don't know. Yeah.
We could have an exclusive on here.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's the first time
Wow.
I've seen anybody covering it.
I never saw that.
Well, let's do a search for DJI High Top. See what happens here.
Oh, the high top.
DJI.
Well, you remember the what's it called with the 3? What's it called? The Falcon? F-copter. Remember that?
Trend Hunter. Yeah, that says there. It's got all of it on there.
You would believe how I'm being stared at.
Well, yeah, he says, "Come on now, you got me eating."
I
Let's
bet you
go."
are. Yeah. You're waiting for some hamburgers, huh?
Somebody's got their car alarm going off.
Did you go to Sturgis yet, Ron?
No.
It just
Oh,
started
that's
today.
Oh, it
Nice
starts
going.
today. Okay.
Yeah, it does. Anybody, come on back.
I'm looking that up too, Paul.
That car alarm spooked him. No, I got to go in and get a shower here in a couple minutes, and the bike is all packed.
You're ready to head out.
Getting ready to head out.
Looks like an
They said they're
overcast.
running a little bit behind.
Well, how did you make out with your little honey there at the diner last night?
Oh, I didn't go over last night. She wasn't working last night.
Oh,
She looks overcast there today, right?
I would have figured that you invited her to go to Sturgis with you.
I invited her to go on this trip. Yeah. I don't know. She may have worked yesterday. Her normal is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but
But you said that this week is the get the money week.
oh yeah. Yeah, place is packed. Actually, there was hardly anybody there yesterday. What time well, yeah, we were there, what, 3, 4 o'clock my time. So 4 or 5 your, wait a minute, yeah. Yeah, like 5 o'clock your time yesterday.
Yeah,
When I was at Devil's Tower.
right.
I was gonna walk up to the base of the tower, but those guys, they're standing there sucking wind like an old lady, and they're like, nah, 'cause they're up at altitude. They're not used to it. They're coming from 300-foot elevation. Now they're up at 6,000.
Now, Ron, do the motorcycles act anything different the higher the elevation?
You know, I questioned that with my old carbureted bike. And I remember when I took that to Yosemite, I was up near 9,000-10,000 and it seemed to do fine. Now these fuel injection ones, they seem to do fine too.
Yeah.
So I did question that for a while. I wondered, but never had a excuse
Well,
me.
the other thing is do you notice like the gas tanks, do they build up more pressure as they go higher or?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful.
I'll put a link in there for what I found on it, but it looks
Yeah.
like it's Spanish. I don't know.
Guys, I'm gonna pop out, go get a shower.
Okay, Ron,
maybe-
hey, have a good ride, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pop back if you guys are still here. But I want to have a shower and make
Hey,
sure the
Ron.
bike's up here ready to go.
Take care, Ron. You have a good
Go.
day. Bud.
Have a
Like I
great
said,
day,
Paul,
sir.
if for some reason you're not here when I get ready, they'll be here in probably half an hour.
Yeah,
I will try, depending on where we are, what time you're on, and what cell service I have.
yeah. Well, so there's a lot of what ifs in your case because you're moving.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Unless
yeah. We're supposed to get
unless you
some rain
figure out-
today.
Unless you figure out someday how to put a Starlink on the back of your bike.
Hey, there you go.
I'm just, you might be.
That
able to
might
do
work.
something.
That might work.
Well, if he gets a little trailer to pull behind his bike, he can
Yeah,
step.
Justin, there's a job for you.
There you
Captain of the
go.
research team. So,
Yep.
all right, guys, I'll try and catch you in a
Okay,
little bit.
all right, Ron.
All right. Take care, Ron.
See ya.
I'm
Let's
kind
do
of
it.
curious how well one of those Starlink dishes would do on the good move like that.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that has one like on a motorhome or on a truck or whatever where they're moving
I
around
do.
the country.
I do.
No, do you?
They're doing good. They're doing good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about how would it do actually go driving down the road,
Yeah,
like
moving.
staying
Oh,
connected.
Oh, I don't know about that. No, never
That's
saw
what
that.
I'm curious about. Like, if it
Yeah.
would it be able
Yeah,
to
but
maintain
it
a
would-
solid connection?
It wouldn't be able to lock onto a satellite, would it? If you're
I
moving.
think, yeah, because what it does is it keeps transferring. It's automatic. It's kind of like the cell tower services,
Well,
Mhm.
what
your
it does
phone
is the dish moves itself to lock on the satellites, but that's why I'm curious. Like, if you were driving down the road at like 40, 50 miles an hour, would it be able to stay locked on,
Yeah,
or would it be
and-
able to?
I don't understand the technology because it's a flat panel, what angles is it looking at? Is it looking at 90 degrees or up in the air or,
Right.
That's
And
what I'm
it's
saying.
always moving. It wouldn't be able to hold or lock onto a satellite. I don't think.
Well, that'd be a good test for somebody to do. Just put it on top of like an RV and travel about 40 miles an hour and go for a couple miles and see what it does.
I know somebody that took it from their house to camping site and it was awesome.
and
They
they
loved it.
install, it was like a reinstall, right?
Yeah, it was great. They just put it on top and got the same speeds. Yep.
That was
It was-
that was like that guy that I was watching on YouTube. He travels around. He's got a really nice like camper van, one of those Mercedes ones, and he has
Yeah.
the Starlink. And this dude was in the middle of a campground, like out where like Ron would be in the middle of Yellowstone, where there ain't shit for like 100 miles each way, right? And he was out there in his camper van gaming on his gaming PC in the middle of the damn woods.
Really? Well, I know this one YouTuber. He has a catamaran. He's out in the middle of the ocean. He has this big ass dome on the back of his sailboat,
Yeah.
and he has 4G all the way everywhere, and it's
Yeah, but you
unreal.
pay out the ass for those too.
He's sponsored, so you don't have to pay. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if you have it's like the systems you can get for like 18 wheelers too. They have the same type of systems. Those aren't
Yeah.
cheap. You pay a pretty penny every month for those.
Well, look at me. I had to pay $1,000 just to get Starlink here.
Just like mobile satellites, not cheap neither. If you want like
Yeah.
that for your eight, like
Tim,
if you're like,
did you get it installed yet?
No, I didn't
No.
order it yet. I gotta
It's
wait
like-
on the landlord. Gotta wait on the landlord.
yeah, but even if you order it, you're still on like a year's waiting list. So the minimum you would probably get it would be maybe 6 months if you were lucky. But
Yeah.
you're going to be waiting at least 6 months to a year.
I gotta discuss it with the landlord. I can't do anything like that without talking to him first. Because we share internet. So, like
Yeah.
if I get it with Starlink, if I get like 20 upload, I'll get 10 and he'll get 10. You know what I mean? So everything's cut in half.
Is that the way the system, is that the way the system works? Every time you tap in, you're splitting up your service?
Yeah, all the time. Like it's going all the time, 24/7. So whatever they remote access from Sydney to here, and they get half of what I get. I can tell when they're on the internet because I'll have 70 downloads.
I
and
thought
10 up.
Starlink didn't work that way. I thought Starlink gave you a constant all the time.
No, not if you have one IP, Paul.
Oh,
Like I can tell, I'll be sitting here and I'll get 70 download and 10 up. I can tell when they go on the internet, it'll drop down to 35 download to 6 up. So I can tell when they're on the internet.
Right,
And they're
you can tell
remote
that
access.
you can tell that they're not home now because Tim isn't freezing.
No, they remote accessed about 2 hours ago. I could tell because they're in Sydney, but they remote access to their computer there. And I could tell because it went down to like 35 download, 5 up I had. But
Yeah, see mine, when the kids get on mine, it drops to like 860 down, 860 up.
why do you reckon I don't get a VPN, Justin? I told you that.
And then when I'm running the VPN on my phone and both computers, it drops down to like 840. It's rough, man. It's rough out there.
Fuck you. I won't get a VPN here. No way. I wouldn't be able to go down to like how I used to have it before. Remember that, Paul? When it was like 0.12 or something.
Oh yeah.
Mike says, Night Train says that Elon is already working on a cell phone to work with Starlink.
Yeah, but what about the 12G, the 24G that they're talking about?
Like I said, he'll have that
everything.
figured out, dude. He's got some of the smartest people working for his company. He'll figure that out.
Yeah,
If we know that that's going to be an issue, trust me, they've already known about it and they're already working on something to fix it.
well, let's see, because it
They got too much money invested in this shit for something that's stupid like that to affect
if
it.
that's going to happen, man, it's going to kill Starlink. It's going to kill all the satellites. So
Like I said, they've already got. I'm just curious whether he's going to start his own. If he does a phone, is he going to do his own operating system?
well, I reckon he will. Wouldn't you think? I mean,
Or is he going to use stupid Android? Because I hope to God he doesn't.
No, I think he's going to have his own operating system.
I would hope he would.
But nothing's going to beat Android, like Android and Apple. Can't beat that.
Well, the problem you have is that you have Android, which goes across the spectrum of all the different companies, and you got Apple that's got their little anchor, and they don't share that with anybody.
Well, just like you're saying, Android is open source and Apple is proprietary. So,
Well, see, you
like
know,
you're saying.
Windows would have done really well. It's just their app store sucked. Like that was their biggest problem with the Windows phones. I liked the Windows phones; they were nice, but the biggest problem was their app store didn't even have basic apps. Like they didn't even have the Walmart app, the regular Walmart shopping app that was on every other freaking app store. Like they didn't have any of the company apps. They didn't have they didn't have some of the streaming apps. Like they just didn't have any apps on their app store, which made it turned me off. That was what turned me off from being on Windows anymore. That's why I got rid of my Windows when I went back to Apple.
I'm over things that aren't open source. It should be open source. Everything should be open source.
Yeah, but open source is more dangerous for people that don't understand what open source is, though. A lot more people fuck up their Android phones because they don't know what they're doing than they would an Apple.
That's true. That's true in some cases, yeah.
Yeah, Apple has much more security.
Well, the thing is Apple will keep you from doing something stupid and messing your phone up if you're somebody like Paul that's not super techie. That's what their phone would keep Paul from downloading something or doing something by accident, and it would screw the phone up. Where Android, it don't take much to screw your phone up. You download the wrong app, or you know what I'm saying. And plus, those apps aren't vetted very well in the Google store. So there's a lot of apps with malware and viruses. You gotta be.
I just like open source. Yeah, I don't know. I like open source. And that's what we had in the 80s. We had all open source in the 80s. So.
Yeah, but the general majority, I'd say the majority of people though, they use phones. They have no idea what that open source shit even means. They either just like the Android platform or they like Apple platform. That's how they choose their phone. Yeah.
Well, back in the 80s, we liked open source, but it took them 2 weeks to patch it. So I think it took 2 to 3 weeks to patch everything that was open source. But now it's a lot better.
See, because I've had Android phones where I've had issues with them freezing, and I've had a couple Android phones that got viruses on them to where my phone was wigging out, and I had to shut it off and then factory reset it to get it to work again. I've never had that issue on Apple. I've never had my phone freeze on me. I've never had any weird thing happen to my phone.
My work phone.
You gotta be careful.
My work phone, when I was a supervisor, I had to change the SIM card and everything and get a different number because somebody went inside it.
Yeah.
But that was because of what we had as an app for our business, and they got into it. They got into about 4 phones that week. And
a lot of companies over here now are using. A lot of companies over here use Apple phones because they know that employees. Well, see, for a company, Apple's good though because then you can't have people side loading shit on the phone.
Yeah, but the thing with my company, they had Apple and Android. That was the problem. I told him to stick with one or the other, and he went with Android and Apple. I was like, no, you can't do that. Not on the same network.
Well, the thing is, when you're using company apps and shit, you want to have all the same setup.
Right. That's what I told him. That's right.
Because then it can become an issue trying to send information from one device to another.
That's like I was the supervisor on Sunshine Coast. I had Android. The Brisbane supervisor had Apple.
But see,
That's complete everything.
The great thing about Apple for businesses though is one, you can't sideload shit. Two, companies, there's setups on Apple where companies can control your phone, so you can't. Like on my work phone, there is no app store. It doesn't exist. I can't download apps. I can't remove apps. I can't do anything. I can't sideload shit because it's Apple. Like any app that appears on my phone is from the company downloading it to my phone. Like even updates, I can't do updates. The company does the updates. And
Yeah.
it keeps employees from being able to fuck up and, fucking up the work phones, doing something stupid on it.
Curtis just said, Justin, just because you don't understand code architecture, you don't mean you should poop on it. There you go.
I'm not saying, but for the average person that doesn't understand what open source is,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be their reasoning for buying an Android phone. Because I've heard people say, oh, well, I'll get an Android phone because they say it's open source. Well, what does that mean to you? I don't know. Well, then why do
I'll
you
get
worry
it.
about that?
I know what open source means. So yeah, I'll stick with Android. Thank you. I don't have to pay for all the extras. So you get any flying in today, Paul?
No, I don't think so. As you can see, it's kind of cloudy.
Yeah, it's dreary
But
there.
Paul
isn't it?
Hodges is going to fly a couple of real estate jobs this morning.
Oh, cool. Very good. Oh my God.
Yeah, I gotta be there at 11 o'clock, their first one, so. As long as the weather
Okay.
holds
Yeah.
close to this morning, but you're supposed to get maybe thunderstorms again this afternoon, so.
That's not good. Well, hopefully it holds up.
And I normally go away on the weekend, but my brother's birthday is tomorrow. Wow, birthday was yesterday, but they're having a party for him tomorrow, so. I'm not
He's a
gonna-
Leo.
So.
Leo.
He's been
He's a
in and out of the
Leo.
hospital, but he's back out again. So
Yeah. Very good. He's a Leo. He'll stand strong.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the trailer tonight and then just get up in the morning after tomorrow and come back, right? So
Right.
I decided to stay home this weekend, so.
Yeah. Understand that. That must be a lot of cleaning for you, Paul. I mean, you got the house and then you got the trailer.
well, in the construction, he's redoing the trailer and
Yeah.
Yeah, every weekend going down working on the trailer. Well, hell, get a break from it. I might go down in the morning because I got to probably cut grass because it's probably so freaking long anyway. So after all this rain we've had,
You got a cleaner that comes to your house there, Paul? Or what? Or you do it all yourself?
me, I do it all myself. The only way you can do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking work.
Well, I got a 2-story house, full 2 stories. That's
That's
3
what I'm
bedrooms.
saying. You got the house, you got the trailer. That's a lot of fucking work, man.
Yeah, plus I'm doing all the other work on top of it. So
Get a maid.
Do you ever plan on
Maybe.
getting rid of the house and just moving into the trailer? Or?
no.
He won't get rid of that house. No.
once you
Well-
have a home, you have a home.
You know, like if I would have got rid of the house, I should have done it 6 months ago. But they're
Well,
not.
you
selling.
were going to, weren't you? You were going to.
Well,
Well,
the only other option he would have, which I don't think you would ever do, would be to rent the house out.
no,
Mm-mm.
never.
Just pay some Chinese chick to come in there, clean
Yeah.
the house.
That's
There
crazy.
you go, buddy.
Yeah.
I need a cleaner because I got so backed up on cleaning. It's ridiculous, man. I'm cleaning one room at a time. And it's crazy.
Tim, you're gonna find the older you get, now that you're in your 50s,
Hmm.
that stuff just, yeah, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, maybe.
That's already happening. That's already happening, Paul.
Tim, didn't
And
you have a
that's what-
girlfriend that would have done that for you?
Didn't he have a girlfriend to do that for?
What I'm gonna
He knows what I'm talking about. We were having a
I'm doing
conversation.
I'm doing one room at a time, but the landlord, she said she'll come in and clean anytime she want or anytime I want. And I was like, all right, and I'll pay you extra on the rent. She goes, okay. But yeah, it got overwhelming because I was on them away trips all the time. It just got overwhelming. That's why I'm saying, Paul, like you got a full house, man.
Yeah.
You're cleaning that. You got the trail. Get somebody in there to help you clean. Get a cleaner.
I might one day, but
Yeah. You
Well, I'm
need
so-
it, bro.
getting rid of some stuff from Bonnie. Like I've got rid of about half her clothes now, and the electric
Oh,
beds,
yeah.
walkers, and wheelchairs are gone now. I got
Yeah.
one over clothes yet, but see, my sister's been helping me out a little bit. They're I bagged up 3 bags there last time I was down at the trailer, and she washes them and then put them in the donation bin, right? So
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. You give it to like a secondary,
Yeah.
was it donation? Yeah, that's cool.
well, the walker and wheelchairs and stuff, they went to a place called Bibles for Mission.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I heard of that before.
And the electric bed went to a guy that had a fire, but he's crippled up, So his electric.
Nice.
Well, the problem is, Tim, up in Canada, the issue that Paul had was not a lot of companies like to take old medical equipment because of
Yeah.
liability.
It's a
So you just have
liability.
an issue.
Yeah, liability.
See, down here
Yeah.
in Florida, you could find 1,000 different places that would take it in a heartbeat. You know, if
The
you
pro-
wanted to
the
just give it to them, they would take it.
The problem is they don't make their money back. Like Paul, I don't know if he got it donated to him through the health insurance, but if you sell it, you don't get your money back. I know you're giving it to a good cause, and I did
I-
that before. I did that
I never
before.
paid for them because they were donated to me, right?
Right.
But-
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, you got them donated.
I'm not looking to get money for them, but I'm not going to give them to somebody that's going to turn around and sell them. They can to somebody that can use them, right?
Somebody that needs it.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Like we have a thing over here. Like if you get disabled and you have to be in a wheelchair, they have a company over here, not a company, but in the government, they come over here and they build ramps. They build the for the bathroom, the holders, and they
Yeah.
do all that.
Yeah.
They do all that.
Yeah,
No,
they
that's-
come over here. They do occupational therapy, which
Yeah.
is they get in a check to see what you do need. But there is some grants around and some stuff around, but a lot of the times you're on your own. So
Okay. Well, you had a lot of problem at the beginning, didn't you? You had
oh yeah.
getting all that shit done. I remember that.
Well, I end up with there's a Legion that was closing that used to don't let people use this stuff. And anyways, but they were closing. Guy said, "You take it. I don't want it back." So
Mhm. Yeah.
See, down here
But I
in
remember
Florida,
that.
man, it's easy to put medical equipment down here.
I remember the hassle that you were going through, Paul, in the first up and getting all that stuff. I remember that.
But did you know, Tim, you can't even put medical equipment on Facebook Marketplace even here in the U.S. You can't do it.
Why would you? I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
No,
do
but
that.
if you put it on there, wheelchair, free wheelchair to somebody who needs it, Facebook Marketplace won't let you put it on there because it's
Yeah.
medical shit.
I
So you
wouldn't
could
do
put it on there,
that.
but you would have to reword it something like movable sitting chair. Give it some like weird title.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, man. I would just give it away and donate it. Like,
Well, I'm
Like,
saying,
uh,
even if you wanted to put free shit on there, they won't let you do it.
yeah,
But, if you got stuff like electric wheelchairs and stuff, like Sarah's mom has 2 of them. Dude, those things are like $3-4 grand brand new. You can easily get like $1,200 in each one. I mean, you
Well,
might as
that's like-
well sell them and make something off of them and sell.
that's like them beds that they make. We got my mom a bed when she was going through all the diabetic stuff. It's called a lift bed. You know what I mean, Paul? The
Yeah,
lift beds, they come up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we
Yeah,
got
good.
her, and it didn't really work. And it's the same with Paul, and it wouldn't work for him either. But
Sarah's dad had one of those.
she got that, and then it wouldn't work, and then she had to sit on her recliner for a little bit, and then she went back into the bed. But the lift, one part of the bed, okay, if it was a two single bed, it was a queen king bed. But like if my dad was sleeping over here and she was sleeping here, she could lift this bed and his would stay like that. You know what I mean, Paul? Like
Yep.
one would stay steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was split, but it was still a full bed. That's what
Yep.
my mom had before she passed away. And yeah, we gave that to
Tempur-Pedic.
aged care. We gave that to aged care.
I think they were called Tempur-Pedic beds. Tim.
Yeah.
They had the split mattress, so each person could, sit up in their own comfort level.
Oh man, I used to come over and she was always like birded up, and my dad would be like, he was passed out snoring his ass off, and she was watching news at like 5 a.m., because I used to get up at like 4 a.m. and go to work and check on her and then go to work. But
Beds are expensive too.
huh?
Those beds are really expensive too. They're not cheap.
They are. They are. I remember when she first bought it. Oh my God. But Time Warner paid for that. All right. I'll be right back. Get another beer.
So Dominic,
Yes.
so 1 o'clock there yet?
It's 5 minutes to 11.
Oh, 5 to 11. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's all in the chat?
Night Train was in there. Curtis Dart was in there for a second.
The Marshall.
Marshall, AZ,
Yep. AD's in there.
What's up, guys?
Mike Rennick.
I wish Zoom would add that feature where you could have, because you can pull up the private chat on Zoom on your phone, but you can't pull up the regular chat. Stupid. They need to do an in-app chat like they do on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Oh, stop your complaining. God, suck it up, princess.
Princess.
You remember what day it is, right, Tim?
Yes, I do. Yep.
It's Friday. Don't start your shit.
Yep. We've been going. This is fucking hilarious. Hey, Wayne, how you doing, buddy? Is AZ in the chat? What's up, bitch?
He was up there lurking earlier.
Man,
Sure he's
where's that
listening.
bitch?
I'm sure
Where's
he's
that bitch at? Where's that?
Oh, he was
Where's
talking
that-
all kinds of crap to you yesterday.
Hey, Newfound
Oh.
Drones, Bill. Good
He
morning.
was going off on me yesterday. You should have heard Sean in the private fucking man. I took some heat yesterday.
Hey, Paul, Newfound Drone Bill's in.
Hey, Bill. Wow. Hey, that was a nice
Okay.
logo thing there you put in.
Yeah.
I made
Did he
Bill,
did he get that did he get that new logo? Yes,
Yeah.
I am. What can I do for you, Tim? What's up, bitch? He's the man.
Yeah.
Fucking
AZ
dude.
is the one of a kind, because I tell you what, if you want to know anything, sooner or later he'll find it.
Dude, seriously.
Hey, AZ, did you see the leaked wannabe footage from DJI about
I
a
don't
tricopter?
I don't believe it, bro. Seriously.
I don't either, because it's off of some Wang Tang whatever, you know.
Hey,
And
Bill.
the video I put in there, it was Spanish. Did you see that?
Yep.
I don't.
Newfound.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, did you see that I made you an admin on that new group?
What?
Bill,
Hey, Bill, my
Bill and
official
admin.
Oh, Bill. Yeah. What was that group about, man?
it was
I don't
just
know if
something
I should
started.
join.
It was just on Facebook. You could put your 3D print
Oh.
videos. And then I left it
Well,
public so people could do live if they wanted to stream their live.
well,
Stream to it too.
well, about a week ago, you were saying, "Oh, everybody's adding me to these groups, and I'll go in these groups." And then all of a sudden, you make a group and you want me to go into it. I'm like,
No, well, I made it because most of the groups that you go into have so many fucking restrictions. You can't do this, you can't do that, right? And that's one of the reasons I don't like them. So this one's completely open. Like you can stream your live streams to it if you want. You can post videos, links, whatever you want to do. And
so it's open source.
And Flying
Well,
with
it's like-
Stan is in the panel.
Hey,
But I mean-
Stan, how you doing, buddy?
In the chat, I mean, on the chat.
Hey, guys, Dan.
So Justin, does that mean that you're not making me an admin? That's pretty fucked up.
well, I made Bill the first official admin.
Well, he said, yeah,
Whoa.
see, he made a choice there, Tim. Yep.
He made a choice. He didn't make me admin. That's fucked up. Sorry, I ain't joining. Next.
But I
Next.
made it for GPS drone, FPV drones, 3D printing. If you're into like PC gaming, any of that stuff.
Well,
That's fucked up. Anyway.
Tim,
Anyway.
he named off everything that you do. I can't figure out why,
Right?
Well, the thing is you just said I was thinking about whether I should join it or not. So obviously you haven't
What?
joined it. So how can I make you an admin?
I just joined it. There you go.
Okay. All right.
About a week ago, you were crying, saying, "Oh, I can't join all these fucking groups. They're fucking. I just got rid of them."
No. I said I don't like going into them because I was joined to so many of them, but it was back when I first came into
Yeah.
the drone camp,
Hey, Paul.
and they were.
yeah.
This is 11 o'clock and there's West Lauren and I have to fly right there.
Ah,
You're not going to make that. You're not going to make that, Paul.
Gonna be touch and go.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mika Steve. Hey, Tim, suck it up, princess.
Hey, make us stay.
You fucker. God. Why do I get my balls busted all fucking day, hey. God. I'm drunk, so it don't matter.
Well, you got to be waiting to get on Matt's show.
Oh my God, I ain't probably going to be awake. I don't know. We'll see. I finally got my computer back. It got all cleaned up and it's looking good. I got a Corsair. David picked it out. AZ drone dude. It's a Corsair coolant radiator for my computer.
Yeah.
Radiator.
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 Dick head. Dick head.
That's how he pronounces it. Radiator.
Oh my God. Tomato. Princess.
No. Get it right. That was Mika Steve said for you to suck it up, princess.
You see what I got to go through, Paul? See what I got
Yeah,
to
they
go through?
pick on you pretty heavy.
You should see it in the private Zooms. He's a dickhead.
I am not. Me and David are nothing but respectful to you the whole time.
Yeah. I can see that all the time.
So
Man,
Justin, Justin's kind of the ringleader, is he?
Oh,
No.
Sean got on me last night. Where is he at? Is he in the chat too, lurking? He got on me. Oh my God, they were back and forth. Even my ex-wife, she got on me at the same time. They were going back and forth. Oh my God. That's why I was like, oh, thank God Justin ain't in here because I would have got it from him too. But he went to bed, because he needs his beauty sleep.
Well, that was princess time.
Exactly.
Suck it
And
up,
this is
Buttercup.
beauty sleep.
He says,
Yeah,
suck it up, Buttercup.
Buttercup.
He's just mad. 'cause I
Oh,
didn't make
yeah.
him- I
He's
didn't make
mad
him an
why,
admin
Justin?
to a- He's just mad because I didn't make him an admin to a group he didn't join.
Exactly. I joined it now, so why am I not an admin? That's
Yeah,
pretty
just now though. Just
Right.
I'm driving down the damn road. What to do?
Hey, at least Bill, you're an admin. So there you go. Bill is. Did he post any of his videos?
Yeah, he
Was
posted
there-
something on there. It was I think he posted a video. Yeah.
Did he? All right.
AZ said, yes, we respect Tim's privacy and we take it seriously.
His videos are awesome, man. Fucking Bill's videos are getting better. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he was the first one to post something on there.
Yeah, cool. Yes, we respect Tim's privacy and we take it. Good on you, Dave.
Yeah, Dave. When David comes into the private, he says, "How you doing, Tim? How's it going, buddy? Is everything okay?"
Yeah.
It's always like super respectful. He never says nothing bad to Tim.
Oh, really? So you don't come into the private Zoom saying, "What's up, bitches?" Yeah, fuck off. He comes into the private Zooms, and right when he comes in, connects the audio, he goes, "What's up, bitches?"
Bill
the first thing he
Newfound
said.
says, thanks, Tim, means a lot.
No, your videos, man, they're amazing.
He's
They're
always
awesome.
sucking up because he doesn't want you to ban him off of the.
That's right. Bill, don't ban me, please. Don't. Until I become an admin, don't ban me, please. No, his videos are awesome though, seriously. They're amazing. I'll say this. I hope Matt's watching. I think they're better than Matt's.
Ooh,
Mm.
let me pull that
Thank
clip
you.
later for tonight.
He's going to pull that clip.
Oh, you're gonna pull that clip. Oh, fuck's sake. No, I think that, man, they're awesome. I watched his last video on my 4K TV out in the living room. That's
I need
mad.
a timestamp. How far are
Beautiful.
we in? Oh,
I don't know, man. Shut up and drive. Shut up and drive. Jesus.
how far?
Yes,
How
man.
far are we into the live show?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
I can find it regardless. It's just going to make it a lot
Oh, eat
easier.
a donut. Eat a donut. God. Cream puff. I hope Matt's not watching. I'm going to hear about this tomorrow.
David, David, mess me how long Paul's been off for. I need a
No,
time
David,
stamp.
don't do it.
One
David,
minute,
don't do it.
1 hour, 6 minutes about.
Paul.
I
Paul.
was just giving him an about.
Son of a biscuit.
Go ahead and write that down. 1 hour.
Oh, God. Here we go. Fifth LOL. Matt he's a cinematic god, really. I cannot say I'm better than Matt. He's
And
good at-
David put in the chat, he says 1 hour,
Dude.
7 minutes in case if you need it, Bill.
Bill, you're way better, bro. Don't put yourself down like that, bro. You're better. And you got a
1
better
hour.
goatee than Matt. You got a better goatee going on than Matt. So I just
And that one's 1 hour and 9 minutes.
and I'm gonna hear about this tomorrow.
Hey, Ron.
Oh, look, I got a text message. I got a message.
Hey, there's Ron.
Hey, Rod back.
Yeah, everything's ready.
You ready to rock and roll?
Ready to rock and roll.
Well, say hello to Tim. He's under attack pretty good here.
I am, Ron. You gonna help me out, bro? Yeah, two Pennsylvanians. Come on, you're my brother. I'm getting my ass beat, Ron. I'm getting my ass beat.
Tim, if you hold on a little bit, you'll have two more. Three more.
Yeah, he's got his three buddies are gonna show up with their motorcycles from Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're coming? Really?
Yeah.
They'll be
Nice.
here. I'm hoping. What time is it? They're supposed to be here at 7. They texted.
You know, it'd be
us,
funny.
late.
You know, it'd be funny if somebody rocked up to your house and they were like a cousin of mine or a distant cousin. That would be funny.
Mm,
They were like, "Hey, cuz, how you doing?" That would be funny.
all the way from Australia.
That would be funny, man. I got a lot of cousins in Pennsylvania.
Scott lived around me, and Frank, who I just met yesterday, he's from I think up near Harrisburg somewhere.
That's near
His
me.
wife. What's that?
That's near me, bro. That's
Yeah.
near me. Reading is close to Harrisburg.
Yeah.
There you go. You never know. I'm not an admin in the group either, Tim. We can solve. Yes, Sarah. We gotta stick together. Thank you. Hi, Justin. Suck it up.
Sarah's sticking up for Tim, Justin.
Ooh, ooh.
Where's Scott?
Must be out of the truck.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to a lot of bullshit.
He's eating a burrito. Don't worry about it.
All the deer have left.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, tell them to come back.
They come in and eat. Don't say thank you. Nothing. Just
It's
leave.
just like Justin, Ron. Justin never says thank you. He eats and leaves. Yeah. He's like a koala. Roots, eats, and leaves.
You know, I was really thinking about, should I pull that clip that Tim is making a decision? So easy.
No. Put that away there, dumbass. I mean, Sarah said it. Bullshit. Excuse me. Oh, God damn it. Come on, be nice, Sarah. God, love you too, honey.
The neighbors look like they got some guns in the too. They're all going somewhere.
Yeah.
Are they across the street working on asphalt over there, or?
No, that job's done. They
Nice.
they come back to the house last night, and his son was here, and I couldn't believe what he said to me. I said, guys, I hate to be a pain in the ass. He said, well, you are being a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. Where's the foreman? And he's, yeah, sir, but I was like, get the fuck away from me. And I just, when I have people do work for me and I'm paying you, I'm just asking them to do a good job, be honest, be true. But the foreman actually said, I forget what the kid's name was. He said, go away. I have a relationship with this guy. We drank beer together last night.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Ron? With the asphalt, was it a 2-layer job or 1-layer job?
They put an underlay, but it was a 2-layer. They put a base coat down.
It's usually 8 mil and 16 mil.
All right, I don't know
They
what
do-
that is equivalent.
They do an 8 mil overlay, and then they do the thick top on top. Yeah.
Well, he did about a half to an inch underlayment, and then they actually had. Well, I guess maybe you know this. They had a truck, and if they're gonna have the stuff, they can't keep it overnight, and use it the next
No, they
morning.
can't.
So
No.
the brother was there. He gave me a little bit wider of a driveway, but there was a couple spots that I was not happy with. And that's what I was looking to get fixed. And the owner called me last night, and this tells me that he's legitimate. He said, Ron,
Right.
if you're not happy, then you don't pay me at all. Then I'll walk away.
Oh,
You
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I could have done that, but my conscience tells me no. I said, Jimmy, all I'm looking for is to be done correctly. And I said, you give me a year warranty, in a year, what happens,
Yeah.
So the one edge down towards the other side, it was really thin. They came here last night. They explained to me why it is thin because of the angle. And they said, you were here. I said, I was here and watching them, but it was also dark when they were doing that last bit. So, but,
Yeah.
and the funny thing is, when the owner called me, the other guy had actually called him and told him what happened between me and I don't know if it was his son or brother, but he said, Ron, I will talk to him. Trust me.
See, my buddy of mine, he owns an asphalt company. He started from the ground up. When I met him, he was a raker. He used to rake the asphalt. And he bought one machine, two machines, three machines, and started building. And now he owns his own asphalt. And I was talking to him about my driveway, and he goes, "Is it for you?" And I was like, "No, it's not for me. It's where I live." And he goes, "No mates rates."
Yeah.
Like, oh shit! So he was gonna charge him 10,000, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Well, yeah."
That's where they started. See, that's what bothered me, Tim, that they started out at that very high price. And I'm like, oh, no way. I said, I didn't get up this morning and want to spend $10,000.
Yeah.
And every time
Well-
I went to walk away, he's like, hold on a minute. And it kept coming down 1,000,
Yep.
you know?
Well, me and him, he's got to remember, like every time since he was on that, we used to drink beers together every Friday. I used to shout him, he shouted me, and all that. Then he got a company, and it's like, and then he's like, "It's not for you. If it's not for you, Jacko, I won't do it for mates rates." I'm like, "Come on, bro." I would just put one layer. I don't care, one layer, and run the thing on it, but he won't do it. He said, "If it was your house, I'll do your whole driveway, mates rates." We're like, son of a bitch.
Hey guys, let me go grab a glass of water. I'm a little parched this morning.
I think Sarah's mad at me. Look at her. She goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "Bullshit. Excuse me." Did I make Sarah mad at me again, Justin? Asphalt. Fucking David. Where's Jackass at? I mean, Gas Man. I mean, Justin. Where's he at?
Probably out of the truck working.
Oh, Jesus. Show us your knees when you get back there, buddy. Sarah's always mad at me, Paul.
No, she's not. Sarah is a very kind and loving individual, not to be judged by her husband, but she supports him 100%.
She's a funny puppy. I'll tell you that much. She's a funny puppy. She actually came on a private Zoom and said happy birthday to me. And
yeah,
that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, it's like Lenny on that birthday message for you.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. That was awesome. And I had a lot of happy birthdays on my Facebook. That was very much appreciated.
You know,
Very
about the
much
time you
appreciated.
think you're alone in the world, because, you know, if you really think about it, Facebook and the internet has opened your your scope of friends and people, your acquaintances, 1,000%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I even had my cousin. She said, happy birthday, cousin. I'm like, wow. Been a long time. So
Because it wasn't that awful long ago. Now I'm speaking as an old guy, is that when you got to be a certain age, your whole world shrunk around you to the point where you didn't interact with anybody.
that does that every day for me, Paul.
Oh, 10 years ago, Paul, we didn't have all this stuff.
Nope.
I got my first drone January of 17. And that's when I started researching YouTube on, like, I wasn't very good at video editing, you know. And I can't remember who I met first. How I got on the different people's live streams. I honestly can't remember. Any of you guys remember how you got interacted with people?
I started out on Roger's stream, and then I kept on going over to other, I think it was Ray Kelly's. Where else? Jim's, Matt's.
Yeah.
Night Train, he introduced me to Sean. That was about 3 years ago. That was a long time. Yeah.
Well, for me, for me, I started on Ken Heron's stream and just kept.
Oh, I'm sorry.
People.
He says
No,
he's
no, I haven't been on. I'm just saying in the chat.
No, I'm saying I'm sorry. But yeah.
Yeah. No, I just thought I'd throw my 2 cents worth in. So
Yeah.
I just started on the chat, and I would see people that
Dom,
I
Dom,
really enjoyed reading. Yes.
Dom, did you fart in the res?
Yeah, I continue to fart in the Raz, but he won't. He hasn't said that I farted in the Raz yet, because that was the first stream that I'd really watched, and then I branched out from there because I was seeing people in the chat that I'd really enjoy their comments, so I'd look them up and subscribe, and then I took it from there. And then it wasn't until about February of this year was when I said I'm going to really ramp this up, because I've got what 150. I've got 119 total subscribers, and 115 of those have come in 6 months.
No.
So I just keep getting on various streams and annoying people.
The one thing I
Wait.
don't like, guys, about some of the live streams, unless you pay, you don't get
Yeah.
anywhere.
yeah.
There's one
You're
that's kind of
absolutely-
bothering me right now that
You're absolutely right.
yeah, I can't say anything more.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah. Is
wanna
that
name
what
and
we talked
name.
about, Ron? Is that what we've talked about, Ron?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
only
worry
one.
about that, Ron. Not worry about that.
There's really only one YouTuber that gives me the shits, but other than that, I
Hey,
generally
Dom.
enjoy it.
Hey, Dom, you should have catched my live streams when I saved them. I deleted them all, but you should have watched my.
Well, I was on.
I do a live stream called the Rowdy Bunch.
Okay.
Good.
No, I was on. I think it was
I think
Monday.
motorcycle.
Monday. Yeah, Monday my time, Sunday your time. I was on Uncle Bill's toy stream, and that just went off the rails pretty quickly. And it was Robbie Gray that got on and said that I should start my own stream and call it Somewhere in the Bush.
Here comes the boys.
And it really went off. It just went off. It went off tap from there. We just really lost it.
My live stream was always off tap.
Yeah, it went into the gutter after about 30 minutes.
Dude, 3 years ago, everybody knew me by the drunken guy on live streams. I used to go on panels drunk as hell. Remember that, Paul?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Hope it's them.
made a name for myself.
Oh, that's
Where are
all
they
right.
at?
Yeah, that's them. Woo!
That looks good, man. Looks good. Oh, they did give that. They didn't put no side barrier on that, Ron. Huh. That's weird. Usually they do a spray of asphalt, linoleum
Well, hey
on the
guys,
sides. It's
I'm
called a
gonna
wet
pop
treatment.
out. Got
Okay,
some miles-
Ron.
Got some miles to put on.
Okay,
All right,
Ron.
Ron, you take care, man.
Hey, Ron, just real
See
quick,
you
I don't know
soon.
if you can see it or not, but that's a picture of what my last motorcycle looked like.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
that was back
Yeah.
when I wasn't teetering around.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
All righty,
Nice one.
boys.
Okay,
some
Ron,
miles
have a
to
good ride.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Good morning.
Drive safe. Drive safe.
Will do, bud.
I'll give you a call. I'll wait until I wake up when I'm like hungover and give him a call. Lord. Did Ron freeze up
No, he,
I think he froze up just as he was saying goodbye.
as he was saying goodbye? Yeah. Where's Jackass at? I mean, Justin.
Working, I would imagine.
Get to work, Justin. Get to work.
You guys were talking about your first copter, you know. I'll show you my first copter.
Yeah. Let's see this.
My fucking truck just died. That's wonderful.
Your
Can you
what?
guys can you guys see that?
My
Yeah,
truck
Yeah.
just died on me and now it won't start.
That's a chainsaw motor. And the blades are about 6 feet in total length.
Holy hell.
And if I could keep it in the air for any more than 2 or 3 minutes at a time, I was a hero.
nice.
Wow. Wait a minute, your truck won't start, Justin. Kick it in the side.
Nope. It just died and it won't turn back on. It's completely dead.
How far away from home are you?
Hour and a half.
He drove a long, yeah, he drove a long way.
Yeah, but I
We're-
got free towing through the company, so I just got to call them and
Okay, yeah, do that. Fucking hell.
Sarah, come and get you.
No, she's at work.
uh,
Sarah's at work, I'm pretty sure.
She'd leave there just for Justin.
She won't leave. No.
I got to see the hell's going on here.
Well, the sad part of it is you probably got free towing or whatever, but you know, by the time a truck shows up and all the messing around and stuff,
You lost a lot of work. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a shame. God damn. Fucking trucks. We call them utes over here, but
Hmm.
Will it turn over? It won't.
just dead.
it's just dead. That's what he's
Maybe
saying.
that bad battery connection right now or something.
Either bad battery connection, bad, the battery went or whatever.
Well, battery don't go that quick. There should have been some indication on the dash something was wrong. If it wasn't
That's
charging.
That truck's been an ass since he had it already.
Yep.
I think one of the battle.
He just wanted to go home early today. That's all.
Well, it is Friday. Hey, Justin, are you anywhere near a Taco Bell or burrito factory or?
You probably got to call a company.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
You want to go outside? Come on, let's go outside then. Come on,
Yeah.
go outside. I gotta leave in a few minutes. Come on, let's go. One more time. Come on. Let's go. No? Nobody?
He's not telling you,
Sir?
but he's in the Taco Bell fucking
What?
parking
How's it
lot.
going, Justin?
What's the middle class family? We have a budget, we need to be over there, on the ground, what's going. The great thing about renewable energy was we actually have several financing options that would make sense for our situation. So, let's talk with this. Our government's renewable energy is a gold standard. It's a really positive that lasts long. It performs better. It is actually 2 times stronger. Okay, so you're carrying this out to your back down. But you gotta stop and try to shove open that funny one. That can be real frustrating. The dual ball bearing adjusters for the power patio doors help the doors to glide easier. We can do this all.
You gotta excuse him. He's in the Taco Bell drive-through right now.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, you gotta excuse him. Yeah. It's pretty fucked up. That trust's been giving him a hassle since fucking day one, I reckon.
Yes, it is.
But
And he said that the company ordered a whole bunch of new trucks, but they're not going to be here for 6-8 months, and he's not in line to get one. So
yeah, because he's still at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
gas. Oh, gas man. I mean,
Looks like it rained here a bit. Oh, crap. We just sat down, Gracie.
And there's some weird shit going on with my truck right now. Like I got the gas all the way to the floor and I can't get over 10 miles an hour.
sounds
well,
like
you
a float
did get
tank.
it started.
Yeah, but now it doesn't have any power. I can't go very fast.
That's your injector or the intake.
I don't
Yep.
fucking know. Something's going on.
That's your intake. Usually when that happened, it was a float pin in an old carburetor.
That thing wouldn't be covered. It'd be connected.
No.
Yeah, this is 2016.
Yeah, it'd be.
That's
fairly
what I'm
covered.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's an injector. Your injector's clogged. Yep.
Are you looking for someplace to get it repaired, or?
Yeah, well, I'm going to call my boss in a minute because by the time I call somebody, they get here, which is going to take usually when you do usually when you call a tow truck, it takes about an hour.
Yeah.
So by the time they get here, they get me loaded up, they get me back to Winter Haven, fuck, it's going to be half my day gone.
Yeah.
And there's no point in me getting a spare and coming all the way back.
The
So
only
what's
other the only other option you might want to try is if you find like a AutoZone or whatever, you could stop in and get one of those bottles of fuel injector cleaner that you put in the gas
Yeah.
tank and see if that
That's-
does.
Yep.
Clear
So what's it
Try
doing
that.
there? Justin, is it running?
He says full pedal, he's getting 8 or 10 miles an hour.
Probably got water or something there. Sucking up
Yeah.
some water.
Sounds like an injector to me.
Do you know those little bottles of injector that you put in the gas tank?
Mm. You got water in the fuel.
Oh, it's working. I turned it on, turned it back on. Now it's driving fine.
You got a water in the fuel. You burned it out.
Yep, that's what it is.
Do what?
Water in the fuel.
Yep.
You'd be better off to stop and get some of that
I'm gonna
Dry
stuff,
gas.
methyl hydrate, and put in there. It'll make the water burnable, right?
Yep, like dry
Yeah.
gas. Yep.
Yeah, dry gas. Yep.
take it to Tire Kingdom here where I'm at, and at least have them hook it up and see because the engine light's on there.
Is the engine light on?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't running right to be on the emission side of it. That's what the check engine light is mostly, just its emissions. So, but I bet you that's what it is. You got some water in the fuel.
Water in the fuel. Yep.
Sounds like it.
Dry gas and the injector.
Injector cleaner.
Put in there. Yep.
Well, wherever
in
you
there.
take it, they'll be able to tell you what to put in there.
Well, they'll have to put it in there. I ain't got money to stop me and all that shit. They'll have
Yeah.
to do that.
You must have got bad fuel somewhere.
And sucking the end of a tank up someplace.
Exactly. Yep.
Well, see, yesterday it did something weird before I left the house yesterday. I got in it and it wouldn't, and I went to start it and the ignition just like got stuck where it was just sitting trying to start for like 20 seconds and then it finally shut off.
Oh, so it could be an electronic issue too.
Could be a lot of things, but I still think it's water and fuel.
But I think you're onto the right. If you find some place where they can plug it in with a diagnostic thing, at least pinpoint where it is, whether it's fuel or whether it's
It might be
electronic.
Hey,
It might be
JD.
it might be a
JDS.
sensor too. Might be a sensor. Hey, JDS.
Well, I'm headed to Tire Kingdom here in St. Cloud now. See what they say. Because worst case scenario, if they can't fix it today, I'm just gonna have to get it towed back to the Tire Kingdom in Winter Haven because I can't. I don't have anybody that can drive an hour and a half.
Well, and you don't want to be stranded out in the middle of the highway either.
Mm-mm.
Call the boss. It's his problem, not yours.
That's right. How you doing, JDS?
What
Good
you
to see
what you do, Justin, is you get the boss on the phone when you're there and have him give them his credit card number, the
Yeah.
company credit card number.
Oh, I have my own company credit card. Our gas cards are both.
Oh, their Visa.
Well, they're through MK, and what they are is they're a gas card, but they're also a card that you give the shops, and they use that
Okay.
as
All right.
a payment method. Well, you don't even really have to have that because they just bill the MK. But
This is Torchy, the Taco Bell or whatever the hell it is.
yeah, I got it.
Oh, there you go.
Torchy, Taco's mascot in Austin, Texas.
That's good. Devils. You're flying today, Dominic?
Today, no. Too windy and rainy. Maybe Sunday.
Okay.
I'm tracking a couple of ships are downbound, but the other interesting one is way up in the lake is the passenger liner Pearl Mist is downbound,
Oh, the Pearl Mist.
heading for Windsor.
Oh, this will give me time to make my video anyway, Tim.
Here we go.
Is Newfound still in the chat?
I haven't seen
So
him.
don't forget to stop by tonight.
And Justin wants to know if you peed in the gas tank again.
Who wants to know that?
AZ.
Yeah,
No,
he said that ways up.
I can't even fit in the big part of the gas tank. It's too big.
Now you
Oh
gotta
my
tell them
God.
the nozzle is too big for a gas tank. You see, a gas one and diesel one is two different things, right?
Yeah.
If we had diesel, you wouldn't even get near it. Anyway.
Well, people still do that because the gas ones are bigger than the diesel. And so sometimes there are people that put the diesel ones in their gas, but you can't go the other way around. You can't put gas in a diesel because it's bigger. It won't fit in the nozzle won't fit in there. But there was a gas station slash garage that my uncle works at. Dude, they get people all the time that pull into the gas station there and they put fucking diesel in their car and then they push it right over to the garage. They have to drain their tank and all that. That's happened so many times at the gas station he works at. People have put diesel in their car and didn't realize it, and they have to push it right over to the garage, 20 feet over.
Well, you know, and the worst thing about it is that you go to some gas stations, the pump, it's got diesel and then the 3 grades of gasoline. Like, really? You're just asking for trouble there. You should have a diesel only pump, not diesel and gas pump, you know?
Yeah, because some of them here, they have diesel, ethanol, and then they'll have the regular gas pump with the 4 choices.
Yeah.
You'll have 3 different gas handles, like gas pump handles at the pump.
Yeah.
It's usually the ethanol and diesel are together on one side of the pump, and then the gas will be by itself on the other side. Yeah, people do that stuff all the time, man.
Yep.
You know, all the cop cars around here are all propane.
Yeah.
All the sheriff's cars and stuff in my county are all propane. They all run off propane.
I see that Ford come out with a 150 for the police vehicles, you know, electric one. I was reading that.
Did you see the new ad for the Chevy, the all-electric Chevy Blazer now?
No, I haven't seen that one, but they said that police truck will do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is it that all-electric F-150?
Yeah, the all electric 150, but it's a police cruiser edition, right? All heavy duty suspension, everything, all that.
It's probably got more powerful motors on it, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw an ad last night on YouTube for the new Chevy all-electric Blazer. I was like, oh, that looked interesting.
You better get a house loan.
I think the electric vehicles, they're going to come way down in price. It's just they need to be more mass produced by other car companies besides just Tesla. You know, once Ford and Chevy has like 10 models of electric cars out, every manufacturer, then they'll start getting cheaper. But fortunately, Tesla is pretty much the whole market on electric cars right now, for the most part. You don't really have much of choices. A lot of the other companies, they either have hybrids or they have just 1 or 2 electric vehicles. They don't have a bunch of them. Tire Kingdom, I swear. Dude, I'm so tired of these Jeeps. I really hope we get those trucks sooner than later.
Well, Paul, I better get my butt in gear.
Yeah, I understand, Paul.
I gotta get things. I gotta unload the truck and reload, and then I gotta get fuel and want to get a coffee for myself for the road trip. So
Yeah.
Any
Dog.
excuse to get a coffee.
Yeah, I gotta go. Fly the great blue skies, but I don't know. It doesn't look promising right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of halfway decent. It's decent here.
Yeah. We got some clouds with a little bit of heavy stuff coming through up by where I gotta go. So
Right.
11 o'clock and said it's gone by it a bit. So I'm kind of hoping maybe. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see what happens. So
Okay, Paul.
catch you later.
We'll see you. Are you going to be home tonight or?
Yep, I'll be home tonight. Yep.
Okay.
Take care, Paul. Take care,
Yep.
Paul.
Bye, Paul.
Bye.
You just
And
like
poof, he's out.
any excuse to get a coffee, Murray.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Half the time, I don't even think he has a sign to go do. He just wants to go to Tim Hortons. He's just that's just his way of letting Murray off easy.
Yeah. Tim Hortons calling.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to admit to his Tim Hortons addiction.
That's funny.
God,
Well,
Dominic,
you
you're getting ready to hit the rack, aren't you, Dominic?
Oh, I could probably go a few more minutes if everybody's still doing it.
Yeah, I think we're going to probably call it here shortly. Justin's got things to do, and Mr. Tim.
Yeah, Mr. Tim's drunk.
I gotta go into Tire Kingdom and Netflix and chill for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh God, what a life. Jesus.
Okay, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Thanks to Dominic and Justin and Tim and everybody else. Stay safe, stay cool, and we'll see you next time.
Dre's coming in.
Oh, Dre.
Shit. Oh God. You might have to stay back on. Stay on.
We're on hold. I was just about to hit the button, Dre.
Yeah.
We're on hold. What's up, Dre?
The auctioneer was going once, going twice, and just at the death, he comes in with the clutch moment.
There we go.
How you doing, Dre? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, Tim, and happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Dre, he's still celebrating.
I imagine he bought like a 30-pack the other day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's lightweight for Tim. He's usually got
Lightweight. Oh, wow.
Yeah, now it's recuperation time.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
it's still going, so it's good. I look like crap, but hey, what the hell?
Yeah. Justin, you out and about today?
He's being lazy.
He's having trouble with his truck.
Oh, trouble with the truck again?
Yes, I freaking hate these Patriots, man. Things are freaking money pits.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go to New England Patriots. That's what happens.
You have no business speaking about American football, you traitor.
Well, you know, show my pads and helmet.
Yeah.
We don't have helmets over here or shoulder pads. Anyway.
Yeah, nobody plays that commie game.
So, Dre, how you loving the M30?
The M30 is doing great. I actually have another set of batteries coming, I guess, from DJI. I bought them through B&H, and they and their I guess, advertisement. You know, when you order it, I know it's a special order, but they made it sound like, okay, special order, we'll still get it out in a regular timely manner. As soon as I click the, you know, pay button, all of a sudden it says on back order.
Oh,
And I'm like, what kind? And I called myself, what is this crap? It's about 4 or 5 days. I said, what's this? You know, when I order it, you didn't say anything about it being out of stock or back order. You just said it was a special order. And they said, well, you know, DJI hasn't let us release it yet. And I'm like, I know it's a bunch of BS because I know other folks have it, you know, already on the shelves. They have it here stateside. So it did not have to come from DJI directly if they had a supply in stock. So now when I look at it, it says that it's testing.
did you do a search to find out if anybody else has it in stock?
Well, I know somebody. I know who I bought the M30T from DroneWorks. He says I got a shelf full of them, and I started called Zach back and said, "Well, send me another set already." And I said, "Well, you know, try to spread my money around a little bit." And I'm like,
Well, the thing of it is that it was an unacceptable reaction when you asked what the deal was.
right.
They just kind of like, whoa, 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 whoa. I would have said, cancel order.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to give folks a chance, you know, and see what happens. But this is the second time B&H has burned me. Like I said, they burned me, but it's just another issue that they try to bypass. And
Well, what I've learned about B&H over the years is if you want it right away, you're playing a game. It could come right away or it could
You're right.
be a week or two. You know, it just did.
And that was the whole deal is that, you know, I because usually when I do get something from B&H, it's usually there within 3 days, 3 to 4 days tops.
Yeah.
It's there. And that's why I said, if you'd have told me, you know, you didn't have it in stock or it was
Yeah.
on back order, I would never even put the order
Well,
in.
You know, you got to take care of you. And if they don't have it, they promise they didn't say that it was back ordered. And because you and I both know back orders from China is iffy at best too. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And DroneWorks I've found lately, DroneWorks, if I need anything and they have it, they send it out that same day.
Right. And like I say, it was not for the fact I don't have to have it right away. This was kind of like my insurance policy for us having enough batteries available when I start putting it out there for regular work purposes. So, you know, it wasn't a real pressure deal that I had to have it this week or whatever, last week when I put the order in. And so I'm like, you know, I'm trying to be a little patient, not be impatient, and then go from there.
Well, you know what usually happens to me, Dre, is when I try to play that patiency card, all of a sudden, damn it, I wish I got it right away because I could use it for this or this or this, you know.
Yeah, well, I was lucky when I, you know, put the original order in. I got 2 sets of batteries, so it's not like I'm hurting. And I'd say this would have been the insurance, you know, card set of batteries. Okay, just in case I go to one of my bigger sites, and if I got strong winds that day or something like that, and it's going to maybe eat up more battery time, I may come very close to not finishing the job. You know, it's unlike my Phantoms where I have, you know, and you use other software, you can continue the flight as you continue to burn through batteries, or you can even switch drones if you need to, or whatever. But with this, going through the pilot app, it's a one-shot deal. Either you're going to use this drone or you're not going to use this drone.
Yeah, well, in your case too, what I'm really impressed is I've been watching all your little outputs and inputs on the M30. That's a beast. That baby does just about everything that you would expect to get from a commercial drone, but it folds up nice.
Yeah, that's the biggest advantage of everything. That it does folds up quite nice. The footprint, actually, once it's folded, is fairly reasonable to manage and everything. But you still got the outliers, people talking about, oh, I want a smooth zoom in and out. And I said, that's not what the inspection drone is for. You know, that's why I did that last video about the pros and cons, because there's a list of a couple of folks that went over all these things that you would say, okay, you should have bought a Mavic 3 or bought an older Inspire 2 or wait for the Inspire 3 to come out and you'll get these things.
Yeah.
You know, So, it's just like people they want everything under one umbrella.
Yes.
Like we always do. When
Yep.
we buy these drones, we get them and they say, well, I wish it would have had this and I wish it would have had that.
Well, the auto industry has been dealing with that for years. Everybody wants a high performance luxury vehicle that's cushy. That goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, but yet it's just mama can drive it with the kids and go on vacation.
Or that 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, but they want to get 85 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, exactly.
All that kind of good stuff. But last
I
night,
noticed-
I know you popped in last night.
Sorry.
I went live for a quick bit, and I said yesterday, I guess last couple of days, I sat there and watched the live broadcast of Remote Pilot, and that was very good. If you didn't get a chance to see that, I advise folks to go see that with the gentleman from Remote Pilot 101, and he had Kenji and another gentleman there explaining about the lawsuit. And then I've listened on Geeks Vana's last thing on remote ID. And then last night I tuned in specifically the Ken Harris show for one of his special guests that came on. And remote ID it is what it's going to be. Whatever FAA decides it's going to do. My thing is how we continue to degrade ourselves in our terminology, our verbiage. And I keep trying to tell people all the time, it is a hobby to some, but you are not a hobbyist. You are still a private pilot.
Yeah.
You adhere to all the regulations. You register your drone. If you're here in the U.S., you took the trust test, hopefully, and you're good to go. So basically, you will follow all the rules, just like a manned aircraft pilot who flies something non-commercial. Has followed all the rules, so you are technically a private pilot.
Yeah, that blew the chat up on.
We need to start addressing ourselves or have that mindset that I am a pilot, regardless if I fly for money or not, because I still adhere to all the local and national.
And you're registered with the FAA. Yeah.
Yeah, I say because I say you read the FAA guidelines here in America. It never says the word hobbyist or hobby at all. They use the term recreation.
I gotta
identify
ask
as
you
an
a question.
F-22 pilot.
I gotta ask you a
Justin's an
question.
F-22 pilot.
I gotta ask you a question, Dre.
Yeah.
When you're flying or you come to a new job or whatever, have you ever had anybody say, like, hypothetically, I had the Phantom 4 V2, I had the Mavic 2 Zoom. I've had people say, can you get a closer inspection of my gutters with the Mavic 2 Zoom? And I said, no, actually, with the Phantom 4 V2, I could get probably closer. Have you ever had anybody say to you, why are you using this sort of drone?
Never had a question of why I am using that drone, because usually the clients I've dealt with, I mean, you got some that go out there and want you to do what I call glorified glamour shots. Okay, you get a 400-foot shot, you get a couple of all the cardinal directions, blah blah blah. You get the roof line shots, and then I got the other commercial gigs, which is like I said, the construction build gigs, where they will send you a KML file, of what they want, which is basically the grid pattern, which you fly that grid pattern. And then there will be a list in that KML file of all the acceptable drones that you can fly on that KML file. So it's like I tell a lot of folks, it's not about you choosing what drones you want to fly. Sometimes you got to choose what's off the list and what you have. And that's why a lot of people who go out and buy some of these mini drones, I say, yeah, they're capable of doing the work, but are they on the list of acceptable drones for you to use? And that's where you start running some issues where people think they can, be slick and slide something through that you used a Mini 2 with when it's not on the list. Because most of your stuff that I've seen will have everything from a Skydio 2 all the way up to a Matrice 300. One of the drones I don't see a lot of is the Auftels. Even though they're very capable drones, I don't see them on anybody's list yet.
They're not anywhere.
Yeah. So that's a thing. I always tell people, I said, this is where you got to do your due diligence when you get into this business. As far as being a commercial pilot, you got to look at what the industry is asking for. So it doesn't make much sense to go out and invest in a drone that is not requested. So that's what I did when I invested in my Phantoms. I said, they're older drones, but they're the most requested. And when you tell people you have one, they kind of put a big grin on their face and they're all smiles, because fewer people are using those now because they're older.
Right.
So they think, the Mavic 2 Pro is kind of like taking over as the go-to drone for construction work now, unless you're going to the enterprise level where you're using a 200, 210, 300, and now you got the M30T. And that's going to slowly incorporate itself into the request list on a lot of these KML files. Because I downloaded one recently just to see how it show up. And when I ran it through the pilot app, it came up as a M300 with the P1 lens.
Oh, really?
Pilot app for the M30T. And I
really?
I said, well, that tells me I may not be able to use the 30T for this job, because the P1 lens is basically, it's a $10,000 lens itself, and it basically falls under the old guidelines of the Phantom 4. It has that large sensor, and it's a mechanical shutter on that one. So I could tell folks, do your homework.
I was running a gutter inspection. It was 2 neighbors over, and I used the Phantom 4 V2.
Right.
And he goes, "Can you use a Mavic 2 zoom?" And I said, "I got that, but I can get better shots with the Phantom 4." But I had to show them literally on the screen what I could do.
Well, a lot of people they think of the fact that they want you to do the zooming in with your drone with the zoom lens, and don't realize that the quality of the picture is going to degrade at a certain level of zooming.
That's exactly what I mean.
When you get the post picture out of a Phantom 4 camera, you can zoom in, on
way
the computer
better
and maintain that level of detail.
Right.
And that's what
I tried to tell them that.
Yeah,
I tried to tell them that.
Well, and the other thing too is you were talking about the Mavic 2 zoom, which has the smaller sensor,
Right.
So you're already degraded there from the Phantom.
Yeah. So that's where people don't understand sometimes. They think, oh, you got a zoom lens on that. But I said the mechanics of this zoom lens don't beat the feature of this other lens over here.
Now, a good test for something like that, and I don't know, Dre, if you have the drone or not, I find that my Mavic Air 2S with the 1-inch sensor, the bigger sensor, does some fantastic shots, especially if I got to zoom in a little bit or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Because you got the larger sensor, which is going to bring in more light and more pixel density in the shot itself.
Right.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Dre. I didn't show my neighbor. I kept everything on the SD card. I did a comparison with the Mavic 2 zoom and the Phantom 4 V2 until I showed him the actual footage. He picked the Phantom 4.
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, I'm just wondering if anybody on your job sites or if anybody specifically asks you, why aren't you using this drone instead of this, and why? Did they ask you that?
No. Like I said, usually with the ones that supply a KML file, they'll give you a list of drones that are acceptable. And that list I've seen as far as having Phantom 3 Pro still on it, all the way up to a M300.
Right.
And unless you're actually doing survey type level work, that's when you're going to start getting nailed down to 1 or 2 drones they're going to be accepting, because the quality has to be there for survey level work itself.
Right.
So you're talking about, unless you got a M200, 210, or 300.
RTK.
You
Yeah.
don't qualify for this job. And usually they'll post those and say, requested drone has to be this with this payload.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and I tell you right there, well, no need to apply. You know.
So Dre, does the M30 doesn't have a mechanical shutter on it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have
Oh,
a
wow.
mechanical shutter. And that's why I said that the M300, when you get to that level, or even the 200, the payload is what start adding up the price tag, because each camera is so specialized. Like I said, you have the H20T, which is basically identical camera setup as what's on an M30T, okay, with all the laser, with the zoom, with the regular wide lens, and the thermal on it. But it's still, I think it's on the M300, there is a 1-inch sensor on that one, but it's still a 12 megapixel camera.
Yeah, but the
Right.
M30 is a $15,000 drone. Why doesn't it have a mechanical shutter on it?
That's all, like, DJI try to put as much as they can to one drone. Because like I said, if you buy M300 with the P1 lens, it has a mechanical shutter in that P1 lens, but that's a $10,000 lens.
Right, yeah, they're
And then you
expensive.
turn around and buy the H20T to be your next versatile lens you buy for the 300, and then that thing costs you another $8,000-9,000 for that. So like I said, now you're wrapped up in almost 20 grand just in lenses, and the bird costs you another 25 grand.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
How much?
It adds up.
How much
adds up
worth
real
is it?
fast.
How much is it worth for an RTK? Is it worth for an RTK to
You mean
get?
the module on top?
Mhm.
I would say if you're doing RTK for surveying work, if that's what you do, you have the amount of work requests for it, it will pay off in the long run. That's why when I looked at RTK was not a big deal for me. I'm glad I have it on 2 of my drones with the Enterprise Advanced and now this 30T, just in case if I want to be something a little more precise, I got it. But and so like I said, I got both of mine for solar. That is the goal I'm looking at, is do solar inspections.
Well, Dre,
Okay.
the RTK is designed for not only inspections, but it's designed for mapping
Right,
and for surveying, because it's so precise, right?
right. That's what they make
Mostly
sense.
mapping. Mostly
Right.
mapping.
And that's why it was kind of funny when somebody asked me, I guess they're going off the recommendation of somebody else's review of the M30T, and it was not good at mapping. I said, well, that's kind of hard to believe when it has RTK. It can't be that bad for mapping. Now, the only difference is going to be that the fact if you use the standard wide angle lens for the job, yeah, it's going to suffer because it only has a 12 megapixel camera. But if you use the zoom lens for the mapping, you can tailor it a little bit because you have up to 16 optical of zoom. So you can adjust that optical for maybe about 5 times, especially if you're only flying about 300 feet and you got optical zoom, put it about 3 to 5 times, it's going to look just as good as probably a 1-inch sensor. Might not be exactly, but it'll be close because now you have optical zoom and not digital zoom.
And your postage is going to be awesome.
Yeah. So as I said, there's ways to compensate it depending on what lens you want to use. So I'll be taking mine out probably here in another week to do on my job. So I'm hoping, Paul, that the batteries will show up in another week or so. And
nice.
I'm gonna take it out as a test run. I'm gonna take my Phantom out and the M30 out, and I'll turn the Phantom over, results to the client because that's what I've been giving him. But I'll take the M30T out and just look at it for myself and compare to see how it looks.
I would love to see that. I can't wait to see that. That'd be
So
awesome.
and I'm also going to have it running RTK mode also. So that is
Dre, it's too bad you don't have a twin brother because you could each fly at the same time and get the same shot with the 2 different drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait
somebody
until-
close by to to assist you really comes in handy at times.
I want to see that because you don't see a lot of people using RTKs anymore. You don't see them.
Right. Yeah, and basically because it's usually on the very high end jobs, and
Right.
and go from there. And like I say, with solar, I can see it becoming necessary because you want to be as precise as possible. I mean, even though I haven't, both folks who live in California, who've gone Southern California, who made that trip to Vegas, sees that
Mhm.
humongous solar farm as you leave California going to Vegas. I mean, it is humongous. When the sun's at the right angle, it looks like a giant lake from the
Yeah.
reflection off the sun.
Well, what
You're
I
talking
was,
about the
what I was
one,
impressed with, Dre, was when you demonstrated the night capabilities, the night vision.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like crystal clear where, years
Yeah.
ago, I used to have the infrared capabilities on the drones, and they were nothing like your night vision with that M30.
Right. Yeah, it
Mhm.
does a great job. And I sent that video over to the guy I trained with for the PD, and just to let them know what it's capable of doing, because all they're using right now, they're using the Mavic 2 Zoom also. And
Are they?
for the daytime, he took my M30 up, and there was a vehicle parked about 800 yards away, and we were able to read the license plate and look right into the front seat to see if anybody was inside that vehicle.
I
Oh,
bet
for some reason,
And we're
his
about 300 feet
his
up.
jaw dropped, Dre, did
Oh yeah. They're like, oh
It
wow.
would have. It would have.
some reason I feel like Paul and Tim are just sucking up to you because they want to take it for a flight there.
No,
Like,
no, 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 no. I'm not. No. I'm not sucking
Well,
it up to
Tim's
him.
too
But
far
I'm
away,
asking.
and I'm too much of a retired
No,
hermit. I don't go.
No, I'm not sucking up to.
oh, don't
Dre. I'm
backtrack
asking-
now, guys. Don't backtrack.
I'm just
now.
asking him questions that I had at a job site right down the road from me. So that's why I'm asking Dre this.
Well, and the
thank
thing
you for
the thing
answering
is,
that.
Dre,
We always
is
fall
your
back on Justin's Matt quote. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Hey, don't worry about Justin. He just eats too many burritos. But I asked you because I had the same question down the road at a job site right over here, about a click down the road.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you if they ever asked you that, and thank you for answering that.
Yeah,
I appreciate
and like I say, you always get, I would say, people who don't really have a lot of knowledge on photography. They just assume that
Right.
if you have a zoom lens, it should be better than a standard lens, and that's not.
But they
always the
didn't
case.
understand. They didn't understand until I showed them the footage.
Right.
That was the funniest part about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the way you got to present it sometimes. That, just show them the footage and say, okay, which one you like, and then afterwards say that, well, that's the one with that one over there.
And they couldn't believe it. They were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's this drone? Oh, yes, it is." And they
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. That's pretty cool.
That's what it is.
Well, thanks for answering that.
Oh,
I wanted.
no problem.
I've been wanting to ask you that for like a month now, but I didn't know how to say.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm
Tim,
not
if
sucking
they
up,
were-
Justin. I'm not
Tim, if they
sucking
were
up,
impressed
Justin.
by your drone footage, then I'd blow them out of the water. I mean, I don't remember ever seeing drone footage from you.
You're
So
a smart
Justin,
ass.
what's this new group you're starting?
It's just an open one that if anybody wants to like do their live streams to it or anything like that.
Oh,
Like I
Yeah,
didn't really
Dre,
put a
it's
bunch
called-
of us.
Yeah,
Well, you
Dre,
know, a
it's
lot of
called-
them put.
It's called Dildos Among Us. I don't know if you want to join it or not, but
Well, but Tim was begging to be an admin earlier, so don't let him fool you.
oh,
No,
my
it's
God.
I didn't put a bunch of restrictions on it like most of the groups. I kind of just left it open. If anybody wants to post like their live streams to it, they can do their live streams to it. If they want to post 3D prints, FPV footage, GPS footage, PC gaming
Okay.
stuff, anything like that.
I just wanted to verify, dude. I mean, there's so much BS going on Facebook. These guys always got to say, okay, let me check this out. Like everybody's getting these scam bots talking about you won this or
Oh yeah.
join this and everything else. I just want to make sure it was you.
Every day.
No, it's just I just kind of left it open for
Yeah.
like any kind of technology, whether it's PC gaming, whatever you want to put on there.
Right.
And then like if you want to like broadcast your live stream on there, I don't care. Like, because a lot of these groups have so many damn restrictions on them, you can't really do anything. Like, you can't even post something without approval.
Yeah.
Just to post a video.
Well, and the other thing, Dre, is if you join, he'll make you an administrator right away, right, Tim?
No.
Moderator.
Uh,
No,
'cause
yeah.
I guess I don't want to have a double situation on my hands where people call me for chickens.
Well, in all
Mm.
reality, if
Yeah,
Jim
free
didn't make,
chickens.
if all reality, if Jim didn't make Dre admin on his Facebook thing, it probably wouldn't even happen. Because
Yeah.
you've been pretty much running Jim's above and beyond one, haven't you?
Yeah, I try to keep up on it. And mostly I always make sure I post my stuff there, and then every once in a while I'll get a request if somebody want to join. I'll approve them.
Hey. Ah,
Yeah,
I'm
because I've
just
seen
keep-
that
I'm
you're
keeping the
on
door
there quite a
open
bit.
so when Jim comes back, he has his channel up and running still.
He better come back,
Yeah,
Rick.
Hey, Paul.
I'm just hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul. How are you, buddy?
Not looking promising.
Not looking good.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of real estate jobs, Dre, and he's been watching the weather.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it hot or you guys got? I know you guys had a storm coming through, didn't you?
Yeah, we've had several storms. Last couple of days been kind of stormy, sunny, stormy, sunny.
Oh wow. Yeah, we got some monsoonal weather for all this week. So we're getting our what we call humidity here in California, which is nothing for you guys and stuff. Ours is maybe 30, 40% humidity, which is nothing and everything.
Hey, Dre, what do you think about those crazy guys that send up $20,000 drones into the middle of storms and then can't figure out why they lost them? You know?
You know, it's Paul. I talked that right there with the guy from Red Bull who crashed his plane on purpose.
Yeah.
You know, it's just some folks do things. I guess they think YouTube or TikTok or whatever that's more important to them than anything else.
They must have more money because they got more money than brains. I'll tell you that.
That's about it. You know, that's all I can say. That they're more, worried about how many followers and how many views I'm going to get.
Yeah, it's all about the clout. It's all about TikTok clout.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, it's totally crazy. That's why I always get amazed when even everyday stuff. You see a traffic accident or a fire, and all of a sudden you got 10 people standing there, and 9 of them break out a phone first before calling 911.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, hey, don't you think you might want to call for help before trying to get it on your phone? You can be the first one to send it to the news folks and get credit for it. I'm like, what are you guys doing? That's one thing I have to think about pulling my phone out of my back pocket for something. I have to actually think about it. You know, it's these folks is like a natural reaction. They're like, "Oop, get it out. There you go." You know, I just don't get that mentality.
All of a sudden, I just disappeared.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if you was being still or you froze, but I guess you froze and then you popped out.
Yeah.
That just could be the internet's been everyone I contacted, the internet's been kind of funny the last couple of weeks. I don't know if it's the hot weather or the storms coming through or what, but it seems like the service has been kind of spotty. I know here in the United States, no matter where you're at.
Damn, I had the chance to boot Justin and I didn't do it. God.
Keep it up, Tim. Keep it up. Oh, Dre, I got a nice little clip of Tim saying something earlier that
No, he
Matt
no,
showed
he
tonight.
don't. No, he
Yes, I
don't.
did.
No, he don't.
He'll be premiering
You
on
mean
that
that
show
clip
tonight.
at 1 hour, 6 minutes? Is that?
Yeah, where he said Newfound's videos were much better than Matt's.
Oh my God.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm taking a day off. I'll be sleeping in. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was teasing Matt on his latest video, and he said in the bottom he put in a little note about manual settings. So when I showed him my video of the night work I did, Paul, and I said, auto settings.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves auto settings.
I know. I know he's gets to his skin. Auto settings.
Mhm.
Did you tell him you ran it through Movie Maker too? You really want to jab it in his side, you gotta have that in.
Yeah, you have to edit with Movie Maker.
No,
Finished
boy.
1998, you know?
But I probably do better. I said, I edited this in YouTube Studio.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
I can't
man.
believe YouTube doesn't have. You think YouTube would design their own like DaVinci type editing program that you could use through YouTube Studio?
It should
You know-
be a lot better than what it is. It is horrible. It'll
Yeah, it
cause more
is.
problems for you than anything else.
Like
Mhm.
you think that you could just upload your videos right to YouTube and use their own editing program.
Hmm.
Like
Would be nice.
as much money as they make every year on people uploading videos, you think they would have their own DaVinci style editing
Yep.
program.
Yeah, you would
And like
think.
last night, Paul, I had to dig in. It took me like an hour when I had to go take my daughter-in-law to the airport. She's a stewardess for Southwest. But after I got back, it took me almost an hour to find the menu in YouTube to stop my stream.
Wow.
And that's why I remember your notes that your stream is still running. And I'm thinking it doesn't, when I shut off my cameras, it doesn't stop in YouTube, even though I have stopped. And YouTube will keep it running. I looked at it, it's like it went for like over an hour. And I was like, that's crazy.
Do what now? You said took over now?
Well, it showed on YouTube that I was still live for over an hour, and the video part was only 4 minutes. And it took me
Oh,
almost
wow.
an hour to find the menu to hit the little slide button to say stop
And the meeting.
recording at the
Yep.
end of the recording. And I've done it before,
wow.
so I'm thinking, okay, I hit it then, I shouldn't have to redo it every time. But I
Well,
guess I
Dre, the
have to.
thing of it is that I've done that before, and I've like gone out and flown and come back, and it says your meeting is timed out at 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, so I don't know how to make that permanent. So when I stop recording with my cameras, it shuts off in YouTube also.
I don't even know if there is settings for that. I know you can
Well,
set
there
like
is. You go into where it says we all your RTMP settings and stuff.
Yep.
In there is where it's at, and it'll say something enable. You got to enable. It'll say stop data recording when whatever you stop, and it won't never stay on. Even though I save the settings, it won't stay on. And then all the time I do my live streams, even though I put on public, somehow YouTube kicks it back to private. Until later on, I have to go back and then set it to public again. So that's all. That's just some stuff I gotta keep learning.
not like first world problems.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was listening to old X-Jet. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him last night.
Yep.
I listened to him on the Geeks Vana show earlier that he was on Ken Harris last night. And I don't know why he keeps saying this, that he's saying that, well, according to FAA regulations, if you don't have remote ID, built, stores are not going to have nothing on the shelves. So I'm like, no, you can't say that. Because I guarantee you come next month, you walk into Best Buy, they're going to have a bunch of stuff on the shelf to sell you as far as drones.
Now, who knows? And we don't even know. For all we know, too, DJI could have put all this shit in the drones all the way back to the Mini 2 in anticipation for this. And it's just not turned on yet.
Right. And that's why I'm always saying that, unless everybody, discloses what they truly have in these drones, we'll never know. And the biggest thing is the FAA has not sent out the parameters yet on what protocol or whatever programming they want to see in the remote IG. So how can you hold someone accountable for a certain technology you have not disclosed what you want it to be yet?
Well, and the thing too is like, even though the government hates DJI, that doesn't mean that DJI and the FAA haven't had meetings behind closed doors, because they know that they are, you know, majority of their drones are the ones that are out there on the market. So they may have had meetings about this that we don't know about.
Well, the biggest thing is that the protocol needs to be revealed, because those who do their own personal builds, the FPV community and so forth, and the big heavy lift guys, they need to know what they need to incorporate this on their drones. Are there going to be modules sold by third-party sellers, or whatever the case is? Or is it going to be just like a chipset, like you guys go like a Crossfire chipset, or whoever else you guys use on FPV? You need to know, okay, I need to contact these guys to say, I need to order this chip so I can have what I need on my rig.
Well, I'm curious to see if even half the FPV community even complies to this, because they all.
Well, that's always going to be the thing. Because like I say, that's where things have fallen down already with this trust exam, is that a large section of the FPV pilots didn't do it, even though it is mandated by the FAA to have it done.
Right.
And I said, and it's mostly the FPV community that just dug in and says, I'm not doing it. So it's just another thing for them to dig their heels in on and go from there. But who knows?
Well, it's all about whether the FAA can actually enforce half this crap too.
That's my whole thing. I said two things. You can't enforce anything that is not enforceable. In other words, you can't get me for speeding on a highway if there's no signage posted. Okay.
Right.
I mean, if you never put a sign up anywhere, and when I got my license, it tells me I'm supposed to obey the local regulatory signage on the speed for the roadway at the time. And I drive on the road. I said, well, I haven't seen a sign since I left my hometown and jumped on a highway. So how am I supposed to know what the speed limit is?
Right.
Because by law, they're required to post it. Same thing with anything else. If you want me to obey a regulation, you need to have said regulation posted or have it part of some kind of testing or whatever else for me to have knowledge of it. If I don't have knowledge of it, how do you expect me to obey?
Well, the thing is, too,
plus,
is the FAA doesn't even have the manpower to, I think, really enforce half of this anyway.
Right. Like I said, they don't have the manpower themselves. They'll put it off on local law enforcement like everything else.
And plus, the law enforcement, the police officers got to be trained or have study in what the new things are.
Right.
Because that's the problem when it comes to most of the stops. They don't like Second Amendment and all that. They don't know about the laws. And then people come in and then they train the police officers about them laws. And then it's taken care of. But they got to be up to par.
Or you piss, or when you try to educate the cops, they get pissed and arrest you, and then it causes a big old problem because then they illegally arrest you for something that they shouldn't have. Because some cops, even if you're trying to be respectful and teach them something, they take it as you're not teaching me shit. And some of them will sit there and listen to you, and they'll take it as they'll actually listen to what you have to say, and they'll be respectful. But then there's some that take it as you're being disrespectful because you're trying to tell them how to do their job.
But they got to be up to par too. So just like a toolbox for anything, they got to have it once a month. And
yeah, but how many police departments can actually afford to sit there and train their cops about specific drone laws when some agencies may never have to deal with that? Because if it's some small town police agency that knows everybody in town, they might not care that some kid's flying a drone. You know what I'm saying? So they don't.
Right.
They might not ever be taught that.
Well, there's no way.
It's like anything else. When I was an officer, Justin, we always had what we call cheat sheets. Every officer is not expected to know every law and every section of the penal code.
Exactly. They don't know every law. No, there's no way they know every law.
Right. So we used to have we call cheat sheets of most common infractions. Like you said, you got sections in the penal code that cover like the business code, the health and safety code, and that's where all your drug offenses are under. So a lot of times you would get somebody for possession of paraphernalia, it's not under the penal code, it's under the health and safety code. And you
Right.
gotta sign up for
And
H&S, blah, 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 this. And the same thing in the vehicle code. You gotta know, everybody doesn't know all the things. The more you do know, the more easy it is to write tickets.
And it's like half of the some of the laws are still standing from like 200 years ago. They don't know that. They just
Yeah.
put you up to the laws that are according by today's law, and then they take it to court, and the guy wins on a technicality
Right.
because
So
it
it's-
still
there's-
stands for 200 years ago.
Right. So there were two ways. Either you took a little sheet out and you would reduce it on a copy machine, and then you would post it to your posse box. Boom.
Yep.
So that was your little cheat sheet
Yep.
right there. Or like we did in Long Beach, one of the guys got creative and made a little small handbook that you can look up
Right.
most common offenses or whatever. So you have to worry about calling dispatch and asking for the code or whatever. You look at this book and you'll find it right away and go
Yep.
from there. But it's always
And
gonna
it's
be,
the same
like
as-
Tim said, there's always going to be obscure laws that no one's seen in decades or whatever that may apply.
Right.
And then you just got to kind of go from there.
Yep. And it's the same with it's the same as citizens. They don't know most of the law. Some people don't even know any of the damn laws. And then you have some cops saying, "Oh, you got this, and this is why we're arresting." They don't know about them, so they got to go hand in hand. You got to teach it each other. It's pretty weird.
So
What's that? Hatfield and McCoy.
Hatfields and McCoys.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, so
But-
that's why I kind of got under my skin last night. I want to put my little rant out. I didn't really.
Well, I think every once in a while it's good for somebody to let it out what's bugging them. But
Right.
the thing of it is you got to remember, no matter which choir you're preaching to,
Mhm.
100% of them won't get it. You try to get at least
Probably
60,
not.
70%, get it. Right.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's like I said the other night too, a lot of times when the federal government sets laws, they leave them open to a certain amount of interpretation. And then sometimes they can take that and twist it to fit a narrative to get you for something.
Yeah.
And those FAA laws need to be clear and just direct. This is what you can and can't do, period.
Well,
Like they don't
that-
need to be these vague ass laws that you can interpret 15 different ways.
Well, that's why we have our court system here in America, is for the judges
Sort it
to
out.
interpret a lot of our laws and what they actually mean and how they should supposed to be enforced.
Right.
But I just find it very, very surprising that someone who does not live here in the United States, does not vote here in the United States, do not pay taxes here in the United States, can be considered the so-called expert on our FAA rules.
Right.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, you can have an opinion, but be open for debate. And that's what gets me, is that because I've asked him questions on his own show. I've asked him questions on other people's shows, and he never wants to debate what he says. Never. He likes talking about it, but he does not want to debate about it. And I said, you're gonna make such claims about certain things, you need to be open for a debate.
You got to be
Now,
open.
who is this you're talking about, Dre?
XJet.
XJ.
Got to be
Drew.
open. Got to be open.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
from
even know who that
New
is.
Zealand. He's from New Zealand. His name is Bruce Simpson.
And what gets me, I don't go on and make comments about the rules and regulations in Australia, New Zealand, UK, or whatever. So like I say, I don't live there. I don't vote there. I don't pay no taxes there. So
That's right.
basically, it's none of my business. I can hear what you got to say and how you did, and I can sit there and say, wow, I hope that don't happen here. you know? But he
I
ran
say-
on about
I say the same thing, Dre. I say the same thing. I live in Australia, and everybody from America says, "Oh, this and this and this." Well, you don't live over here,
Right.
so I say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
We all know you commie trader.
Oh,
And moved to fucking Russia.
Lives
Come
by the
on.
mantle that there's wankers in every country, right, Tim?
Mm-hmm. No, but I don't tell people, just like you said, Drake.
And like I
But he
said,
does try to push it. He pushes the boundaries a little bit.
Yeah, and like I said, he
So-
called out a couple of people who are supposed to be on the FAA, I guess, civilian board or whatever, and he's trying to point them out as not being real advocates for the drone community and so forth. I said,
Right.
now you're questioning some people's personal agendas.
Integrity.
Right, their integrity, their agenda, and once again, you don't know these people personally. You never met them personally. You, as far as I know, he's never stepped foot in America personally. So I'm like,
I don't think he did.
quite a bit of assertion about certain individuals based upon very limited information.
Right.
Well, like it's one thing if you like are just comparing laws with each other, but you shouldn't really be too overly concerned about another country's laws if you don't live there.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, if you want to have a discussion where you're just talking and like comparing them, that's one thing.
Exactly right.
Well, like I say, no problem having a discussion, but don't sit there and think you can just spot out what you want to, and you don't want to enter into a discussion about it. You just want to keep rolling.
Yep.
So
That's right.
all right, gentlemen, I've had my time for the day. I go visit the dentist here and let him put a cap on my teeth. And,
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
no, the caps are pretty easy. and stuff.
I don't like cat. Yeah, I've never. liked cats.
He yanked one out last month, dude. I tell you, Tim, I've never had a problem with the dentist. Last month, he had a tear come out my eye, dude. I was hurt.
Oh man, ugh, I don't miss it. I don't miss it.
He yanked one out, dude. I was shedding a tear. I
Yeah.
thought he was using the chisel and a crowbar.
I don't miss it. I don't miss that pain. Oh, no way.
All right, so I'll probably
Yeah.
catch you guys this afternoon.
All right,
All
take
right,
care.
All right, later.
Thanks for it. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Hey, Drake.
Oh, you answered a question I needed to know. I've been trying to ask him for like a month, but
Okay, guys, so what are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I'm getting about
I'm thinking more beer and probably some cheese
There you
and
go.
yeah, there you go.
What are you worried
But-
about tonight, Tim?
Shut up.
Well, if you guys are comfortable continuing on, I got a couple of things to do over here and I'll be right back. Or
Sure, why not?
we can let Dominic go to bed.
Yeah, I think I'll call it.
You gonna go to bed? What the fuck?
there.
You,
What?
you can talk amongst yourselves, and I'll go to bed.
Okay, Dominic, thanks for being here, buddy.
Bye bye.
It's still early. Jesus. You're not that old yet.
What
Nobody's as old as you, Tim.
we'll see you, Dom.
I'm 3 years older than you, Tim.
What? I thought you were like 20 years younger.
No,
Anyway,
54.
54. Holy fuck. I'm 51. Yeah, holy shit.
Oh, a
Yeah,
baby.
You guys
Yeah,
are still babies, right, Paul?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves, and I'll
Okay.
see you next
All right, Dominic.
Damn.
time. Bye
Then
bye.
Bye-bye.
I won't take my hat off. Look at all this hair down.
Yeah, I know. Good night.
Sorry, good night.
They've been making.
There is no hair.
I'll tell you what. Wig technology has come a long way, Tim.
Oh, you little prick. You fucking prick.
Oh, just
Well, you
one
know that
car.
them shots in the scalp really helped. Them shots
I don't
in the
know.
scalp.
They haven't took it into the garage yet. They're pretty busy here.
You're
So.
headed for much, are you?
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't finish if they can't do anything by 1:30, I'm gonna have to leave. Or 1:30
Yeah,
or
yeah.
2:30, because it's an hour and a half drive home.
Well, you might not be able to leave.
Well, if that's the case, I'm just gonna call a tow truck and have them tow it back to Winter Haven.
Yeah. But I think I better get to bed too, man. I drank enough.
But Justin, I have one question. Did you get your truck fixed or looked at or?
Yeah,
No. They haven't even took it in yet.
Okay.
He's still eating his burrito, Paul.
Yeah. I heard Tim's ready to call his end too, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Yeah, I'm getting tired. Okay.
Yeah, plus I got a video clip to make. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a.
Yeah. 106.
I'll
Right.
wake up to it.
Okay.
Oh no! It's not go. It's not. It's being premiered on Matt's line.
Paul, are you going to be able to fly?
You're
Yeah.
a prick.
the sun's shining here.
Yeah, I was going to say. All right.
I'll be
Okay,
there.
everybody.
I'll be there, Justin.
Thanks for being here. We'll
I'll
see
see
all
you.
of you again later this evening.
Take care, y'all.
Bye,
Cheers.
everybody. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Jim. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm only about 5 minutes away from flying, so
Okay. All right, Paul. We'll see ya.
see you later.